Chapter, your favorite news platform, the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And of course, we're hosted by the best. But I've got to do this, guys. Before we even get to introducing ourselves, we'd like for you to subscribe, engage with our content, engage with the video, click the little bell button thing that lets you know when we upload and stuff like that. So do all of that stuff, but we'll just go ahead and introduce ourselves.
And for the second day in a row.
Not twice.
I thought you was going.
Nah.
Big Mars from the east side. Well, I heard him speak. I thought he was going to run it.
No, because you were doing...
I like this. Some of these stories are captivating. I can't lie to you. Sorry, I should
I
have.
know, but you know there's a time for that. I was going to call you on air yesterday, but you're doing it twice now. There's a time for that, babe.
I'm invested in this one, but you know what it is. Big Mars from the east side of the bridge. Sorry, man. Just concentrating.
It's my own royalty, the Shade Queen.
It's a boy Use, Voice of Reason, Oracle, all that stuff.
We also have a special guest on the phone line today. As you guys would know, our lovely Koi has been hosting Afro Nation and has been doing great things. She's gonna be back soon. And Emman he got by the wet man. He had COVID. But we've got him on the phone today.
Emman's been gone for about 3 weeks.
Mate.
Let's just keep it about.
They might even forget that he's the Melanin Jam Black.
Emman, you are ducking the smoke, right? Because you meant to come in and face trial for your sins. Yeah, face trial for these Tiana Instagram posts, bruv. Yeah.
He kept telling you guys to follow Emman on the gram. Emman had his chest
got
out.
his chest and his abs out, oiled up all week long, you know.
And all this like healthy eating you're promoting, your immune system's in the mud, basically. I don't understand.
No, I mean, Brent was telling me you're on the ropes.
Go on.
No, I was alright, yeah, but it's because of the whole 10-day isolation thing. I had to stay away from you, innit?
But didn't they make it 5, Emman?
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, but I'm not vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated.
Oh, so if you're not vaccinated,
so they were like, no, it needs to be 10 days and all that stuff, yeah.
Oh.
And that's what I was saying to Brent. 10 days is tomorrow. So I'll be back.
You
know what I'm saying?
Will you be back? Because we have heard otherwise. So.
We've heard some news.
we have heard some breaking news brought to us by our on the road correspondent, Bugs.
From the east side.
From the east side. You know what I mean? Would you like to divulge?
Get into that?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, he wants us to tell him the news.
Oh, okay, cool. So no, apparently you're going to be away again.
Yeah, man. Listen. The stuff I do,
Go. Break it down.
The stuff basically, I need to go over there and speak to some black people in Spain, innit?
Oh, is it?
And make sure. Yeah. It's purely work, you know what I'm saying?
So black activism.
Yeah,
work.
This is it. This is what I'm saying. Like, apparently there's a breakthrough, like, not a breakthrough, a breakout.
Oh.
Like, of something that's similar to what happened to me, innit? Like, with this whole COVID thing, innit?
So you're
I
going
need to go over there and encourage them. This is what I'm saying.
This story is higgy.
If I don't do it, who will?
Higgy Hagger.
People that are vaccinated. What do you mean?
So,
no, but a lot of the pro-black activists over there are not vaccinated, you know what I'm saying? So they need some encouraging words. And they just need some, first aid and whatnot, innit?
So you're going front line to fight COVID, despite not
I
being
have to,
vaccinated.
man.
Also, Brent was quite perplexed that he was unaware of your plans. And he was saying that you and Margs were in cahoots, basically. Would you like to address Brent's accusations?
This is because Brent only reads certain messages.
Okay. So
I message Brent. Selective reading. Brent's got selective reading.
Brent, he's saying you have ADHD.
So, sorry. So you're telling me that you said that you were going on a holiday from the 10th to the 21st of July?
No receipts.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
I may not have said it in those words because, obviously, our line I heard was compromised, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? The white man and whatnot. So I was waiting to see you in person to tell you the actual dates.
When? You're here for a day.
Huh?
Right.
You're back for 1 day.
I'm back tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to cook you in person about these posts.
Yeah, because we've got some stuff to talk to you about. So you better come here with your helmet of salvation on and everything because
you
have some worries.
You have changed. You've changed, you know.
I was just copying Yusuf, man.
Nah, don't try, bro. Don't try.
Rubbing on the amps.
TDA has changed you, bro.
TDA has changed you, man.
It hasn't.
Nah, man.
Brent said it hasn't.
Brent's always doing this whole thing.
Brent said he's been like this.
This is how he is. You don't know him, man. This is how he is. Brent's trying to feed us like you're just this
villain.
This bad guy.
All right. So.
No.
All right. It's time to get off the phone.
Okay, well,
you're not getting rid of me, yeah? All right, cool.
The Black Melanin will be back tomorrow.
Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one, people.
Tomorrow, innit?
Don't know.
All right, yeah.
Peace.
Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? But guys, this session will continue tomorrow because we've got some words for Emman. You can go and check out his Instagram quickly so you can join us in the comments and let him know some things. But let's head into our first headline. It was a very serious day yesterday for the Tories. The Tory cabinet is crumbling around Boris. The Chancellor and Health Secretary has resigned. No, the Chancellor and Health Secretary have resigned from the government, saying they no longer have confidence in Boris Johnson to lead the country. Chancellor Rishi Sunak said the public expected the government to be conducted properly, competently, and seriously. Health Secretary Sajid Javid echoed this, saying the government was not acting in the national interest. Education Secretary Nadim Zahawi has been named as the new Chancellor, and Downing Street Chief of Staff Steve Barclay will replace Mr. Javid as Health Secretary. These resignations are a huge blow to Boris Johnson's tenure as Prime Minister, as these are key positions within his cabinet. Predictably, it has resulted in the Labour Party leader, Keir Starmer, calling for the PM to resign. Mr. Johnson's immediate survival chances have been boosted by Deputy PM Dominic Raab, Foreign Secretary Liz Truss, Home Secretary Priti Patel, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace, and Work and Pension Secretary Therese Coffey, all declaring they will not be resigning. Of course, Priti Patel isn't. It's going down that line. The Prime Minister is immune from a Conservative leadership challenge until June next year under party rules after he won 59% of the confidence vote recently. The resignations came minutes after the Prime Minister apologised for appointing MP Chris Pincher, who we reported on yesterday, to a government role. Regarding Mr. Pincher, Mr. Johnson admitted he had made a bad mistake in appointing him to the role of Deputy Chief Whip earlier this year, despite being made aware of earlier allegations about the MP's conduct. The PM said, in hindsight, it was a wrong thing to do. I apologise to everybody who has been badly affected by it.
This guy's sick. Why won't he bow out? Like, he's just clinging on. I think he knows something we don't know. I think he's going to make it because I don't understand why he wouldn't just give up, man.
Boris is
He's a bumbling idiot and he's just, he's sick.
hanging in there still.
Hanging by a thread. No, but I feel like, he must know something like because when, like you're saying, like when everything's crashing around you, surely you just get out and just, just like, let me just get out early. But he's not doing that at all. Why does he want to go down with the ship like this?
Perks of the job.
In my honest opinion, I don't even know if it is that he is the one responsible for making these particular decisions. I think the party makes the decisions. And
But it's like when the team's doing bad, you got to sack the gaffer. It's like,
but they aren't ready yet to replace him. Who's going to replace him?
Personally, I think
anybody could be better than. I would then again.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the party as a whole are making the decisions, how can these two resign under the notion that it's Boris's fault?
They're now preparing for the eventuality that it's going to happen. But they need a long run time to now combat this guy on the Labour side. Do you understand? Whoever they look to pick, they need to be better than that guy. Which isn't a tall task, to be honest. But they need some preparation. Because Boris is he's a polarizing figure. But who else do you know from the Conservative Party?
So do you reckon it's a team effort?
100%.
They're telling him, you ride this out for as long as you can until we sort ourselves out.
I fully believe that is the case. Because if not, then he would have been removed time ago. Remember, he had a vote of confidence that he flew through. They just did it with the confidence just now. With the no confidence. But yeah.
59%. It's not.
I feel like
But still, it's going there, but still it's not fully there.
Yeah.
It's all party politics. It's not just one person who decides this and next. It's the entire group of them.
I feel like Rishi and Javid are gearing up to do some kind of alliance.
100%.
Where they're gonna do the whole
I think they're
people of
running
colour thing.
They're gonna be running. Well, I know that Rishi, he's gonna be looking to run for Prime Minister.
Yeah. It's going to be a whole, the first person of colour and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But thing, I get you say that, it's a group decision, but obviously he's the PM, so he has final say, right?
I don't even know what this guy looks like, but just from his name, England is not ready to have Rishi as the Prime Minister.
You've seen him before.
Do I?
Yeah,
Have I?
he was the one who came and he gave the budget for. He's the one.
Oh, yeah, I need to know.
Any of the finances.
Okay.
Yeah.
The slimmish looking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He speaks well and everything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
obviously, as you're saying, he's not the right shade.
Yeah, no.
Not the right shade.
But look at who's mayor of London.
You know what? I'm not going to lie.
Prime Minister,
But
that's
different. I feel like
I'm
that's
not gonna lie.
Prime Minister, you're right.
Minister.
Prime Minister's a bit different because
It's
it's
a
the
bit
entire.
It's a bit different,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be surprised,
I would be. Have you seen that documentary that came out a few years ago? What's that black actor called who done it? It's called is it called Being Black in Britain or whatever? And he was showing like the differences of being black in England and being black in America. You know what I'm trying to say? And showing you like all the institutional stuff that is in England.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
it's like the what you have to do to be Prime Minister, like the schools you have to go through, like what you actually have to do, the CV that you need to to be Prime Minister.
Yeah, it's different.
Man of colour ain't really getting that CV in England. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
All these things, all the stuff, like all the positions of power, all the industries that really matter. There's not, especially black people anyway. Black people ain't in those
Indoor spaces.
ain't
yeah.
in those spaces. You get me? So they're saying like it would almost damn near be impossible.
Okay.
Well, all the prime ministers have gone to either Eton or
Harrow, is it? Harrow?
I can't
I
remember.
think I think it's Eton.
Yeah, one's Eton. I think there's anyway. There's bare things that they do.
Yeah.
Like, it's all that nepotism shit, and
Yeah.
like there's bare things that they do, and every prime minister's done it, and people of color don't really get them same kind of opportunity. So the chances of a black man being prime minister is almost slim to none.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
but
it might be different for an
black
Indian man.
is near enough impossible to me. I'm talking about
Indian man.
Indian, yeah.
I think got a better chance than a black person,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I could
But
see it
like-
happening.
The English people are like English people. You see that English people they see like the proper racist ones as well. Like even like the proper racist ones, some of them can be so racist and say, "Yeah, I don't mind blacks. I don't mind like you proper blacks. Like you ones are cool." But the Indian, like they're on to the Indian man. Like I don't know if that's what they want. Like really, like you know what I mean?
I know, but there's a lot of I don't want to keep saying Indian because I don't know where they're from. Whether it be
Asian, then let's go.
Asian. There's a lot of Asians who are in power within British politics. You've got the Mayor of London.
You've got Priti
You've
Patel.
got Priti Patel. You've got what's his name again? The guy who does the budgets that we just talked
Rishi.
about.
Rishi.
Rishi. There's a few others. So
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. I know what you're saying in terms of they haven't taken the right life path in terms of getting the right credentials to be PM, but I can see an Asian person being PM before I can see a black man. Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of
Definitely.
course. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But I can actually see an Asian man being PM full stop. I just see British, they just see Asians
I don't
different.
know if like
I don't think that will happen.
they were
Something
upright. They were like galvanize. It will galvanize the troops, like, and then Farage and them, like, it would do too. They'll
Farage?
go bonkers.
Nigel
Yeah.
Farage.
Who's that?
No, I'm saying like it was just.
LBC
You see that them other
Oh.
people, then they'll put people like all them patriotic ones. They'll go and stand up and be candid now. Like
Yeah.
they've had enough of this. Like
Yeah.
this is what's going on. The country's
It's
really
too
gone
far.
to pot.
Yeah.
It's gone too far.
Yeah.
Like now, my
We used to
vote.
be a country.
Yeah, this used to be this country used to stand for something.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? They need. I didn't think it was serious, but they need my vote. You know what I'm saying? They need my vote. It's just,
You will see a rise in racist attacks and statements.
That's
It'll just be a lot. I think it'll be a lot. I don't know if they're ready. It'll be a lot, man.
Yeah, because again, we live in London, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, we're jaded. Like we get confused. But
I hear it.
That's interesting. It's interesting that even the school thing that you said, like how, like what's the chance of any black person being able to go to the school
Yeah.
didn't have the opportunity to possibly become like prime minister?
Yeah.
It's actually wild.
Yeah, no, I need to find the documentary. It's actually a good watch. It's a few years old, but it's a proper good watch. If I can remember what it's called, I'll find it. I'll send it in there if you don't feel like watching it. I know how you don't feel about it.
How long is
Brent.
How long is it?
It might be an easy 45 minutes. Like, it might be a...
And that's what we call easy. Not an hour and 34 bloody minutes.
Oh, it's definitely not an hour and 30. 100% not.
Thank you.
Also,
Because they would have to show it in the time slot. So the longest it's going to be is an hour.
Okay, yeah. And that's fine.
Yeah.
If Brent had given me an hour, I could have done that, Brent.
Also, is Eton on a different spectrum to Cambridge and Oxford?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I believe so, yeah. It's
in-
like an elite.
It's a
Or is it
I don't know if
It's
it's a different
elitist.
spectrum.
Because, you know, yeah, I think I would say it's an elitist school.
Yeah,
And
even,
then-
even above Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah, because Oxford and Cambridge, they're allowing
More-
blacks in.
What's that?
here and there.
Yeah, but they even done. He even goes
Wait,
something in
no.
Cambridge and shows you about how many black students have been allowed in the last thing. The numbers and
Yeah.
stuff are so low. You get me, like, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it for you.
We're eating probably
Yeah.
like minus 2.
Yeah.
People tried and said, "Don't you? How dare you
two,
try?"
man. There's Eton and there's another one. I swear it's called Harrow or something.
Not sure. You guys should use your iPad.
Yeah. There's another elitist school that
We
I've
asked
heard
you.
of.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. But yesterday we briefly mentioned how black people are so accommodating all the time. But let's still on that topic. Let's get into our what you're saying for today. Today we are talking about gatekeeping. Gatekeeping our ting. That's what the docu says. So by definition, gatekeeping is the activity of controlling and usually limiting general access to something. If you're awake today, you can probably see that black creatives in the UK are rising and killing it in all walks of the entertainment space, more so now than ever before. That's right. Is it about time that we take a page out of the Italian mob's playbooks, get possessive, and strategically start gatekeeping La Cosa Nostra? Is this something that you can see us achieving as Black Brits? What would need to happen in order to successfully carry this out?
It happens anyway.
Well, gatekeep.
Mm.
I don't think we gatekeep enough.
The people like it's not like a whole thing, like say like a whole community as black
Yeah.
people in general, but like it's cliques, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's cliques in certain people in certain industries that you have to go through
Mhm.
to not necessarily have to, but if you go through there, that's
Yeah.
an easier route. Especially say like the music industry.
Okay, yeah.
Certain people that you work with, certain people you're associated with. If you're in them circles,
Mhm.
then you could get elevated, innit?
Okay, yeah.
But once they set their circle up, they do gatekeep that circle.
Mm.
They'll pick and choose.
Are they
who-
black circles?
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll pick and choose who they let into the circle. You know what I'm
Really?
trying to say? Well, yeah, it gets like that because for the most part on the come up, you can't just mix with the elites. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm.
There's certain people that's got like friendship groups that do it, and like even if they don't even realize they're doing it, it's still the setup. You know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say? That because how do you get to that? How do you get to that level
Yeah.
of the things? Remember, we're all brethren. A lot of the young black boys, they're all millionaires off gram and doing their things. They're all friends now.
Mhm.
There's circles of friends that I can tell you. I know Giggs and Kano are close, and
Mhm.
Lethal B's involved in that, and whoever. Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There's things, and then once they're friendship groups, I've seen them go out and do things. That's their friendship groups. They go in parties. They're together all the time and all that.
Mhm.
Like, if you like, they could have the power to like bring someone in.
Okay.
You get, if that makes sense, start hanging around with them, start doing music.
Mm.
That's kind of like, it's kind of like, even if they're not purposely aware of what they're doing, it is kind of like gatekeeping the situation. Like, we do it in the content space. A lot of the content creators work together, and the podcasters. Like, we're like, I could say like, Free Shots, Half Casts, 90s Babies, No Behavior.
Yeah.
Like some of the filthy lot, we're all friends and that.
Mhm.
We all work together and
Mm.
if we wanted to, I don't know if we wanted to, we could keep people out of the scene or bring people into the scene
Yeah.
as and when it is. That's all gatekeeping and shit, innit?
Mhm.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's like quality control kind of thing. So I feel like it happens.
I think when people talk about gatekeeping, they probably mean like, so you see, for example, I remember when Dave had that guy, what's his name? Alex from Winston. Where's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Tiago song.
Yeah. So when he had that guy, people were like, that was an example of people saying, you know, we need to gatekeep more because obviously when that whole thing happened, it was a lot of, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing, this guy, great, blah, blah, blah. And people kind of felt a way about it. And in the same way, I've kind of heard conversations about like someone like Ardy, for example, or like H and stuff. And people are like, they're not black, but we are so willing that we're so quick to accept them. So I think
But they're
that's
talented.
what they think.
If
Yeah,
it-
they
if
are.
it was just like them just being pushed forward because they were white, I can understand. I think
Yeah.
RD and H are extremely talented.
No, they
both
are.
of them. I think they're sick. You know what I'm trying to say? The thing, and then obviously some people get bitter and start hating and stuff like that. There's
Mhm.
only you can't gatekeep certain things. It's the internet. How can you gatekeep a viral moment?
Yeah.
Dave wasn't trying to put Alex on.
Yeah.
He just patterned up something for his show,
Mm.
and then it
Yeah.
went viral, and then
Yeah.
did all this stuff happen. How do you gatekeep a moment like that? What do you do? Like, man wasn't trying to put him on.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like, it's just something that's just shit just happens. It's social media day and age. Like, there's certain things you're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to control. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not. I wouldn't say like when you say, all right, we need to gatekeep. How do you stop that then? Like, you can't. That's not something. I don't think that's something you can control. You can't control a viral moment. Or you saying then? Are they saying then that the kid that he should have brought up should have been black or like stuff like that? You can't really.
You can't control.
Yeah, you can't control. You know what I'm trying to say? That, and the gatekeeping thing is like what you're saying, like giving the people the opportunities and putting people in the positions of power,
Yeah.
or like the quality control. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like seeing something that's not and like shutting it down within the powers, like those kind of things. I would say that's what like gatekeeping is. I don't, like I said, I don't think there's anybody that actively does it like purposely. And is that what we're saying? Like,
Yeah, let me
I,
ask the next
I
question.
think there's different. Sorry, there's different levels to it. Innit?
Yeah.
I think we gatekeep, within like the black podcast scene or just the content creator scene, the one that you were kind of describing. We gatekeep and control that, but on a higher level, we don't gatekeep, or we can't gatekeep now anyway, the black content that goes out to the masses. Like, for example, if a black show's on Channel 4 or ITV, we're not in control of that.
Yeah.
We control things on our level, but I don't think there's people in place. Like, for example, they done that Channel 4, that Black Week.
Black to front.
Yeah. Those, white people were behind that.
Yeah.
So that's not us. So I think at different levels, we're in control, but not at the top.
Yeah.
But one day, hopefully, like, for example, TNB will be the gatekeepers of black media and the culture on that elite top level. Obviously, we're still rising there, innit? We're still rising to the top. But for now, I think we are in control. Like you were describing before, we're in control of our bubble. And this bubble,
And I think what it is the bubble.
and this bubble is strong. And this bubble is the bubble.
Yeah.
It is a bubble. Like,
it is what it is.
if you everyone you just described, from the podcast to the rappers, whatever, we are all in control of black media.
Yeah.
And even all the big wigs, they're looking down to us. Like, most of the influencers or content creators that Channel 4, ITV or Netflix, who they collab with, are people from our scene.
Yeah.
From that bubble. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I was going to ask you guys as well, do you think there are currently gatekeepers controlling like what we're doing? If so, who or what do you think is doing that? Is it sole entities, corporations, or more philosophically, is it fractured, conditioned mindset? So basically black people doing the white man's bidding.
Oh no. There's people in positions of power that with this kind of stuff, is using your relationships. Like, is that gatekeeping? Like, if you're a position of power, say I'm the head of, I don't know, Apple Music, whatever. But I put my people on, the people that I fuck with, I give them the opportunities to do certain things. Is that gatekeeping and shit?
I think only if no one else allowed the people that you let in, that's gatekeeping. So if it's a thing where you're just putting your people on, but then there's opportunities for other people outside of your circle, people that you know personally, to come on, I don't think that's gatekeeping. But I do think if it was just, like, say for example, you're like, no, it's podcast, it's only going to be this people. If I don't approve it, no. I think I would say that's gatekeeping.
I don't think there's any. I can't think of any examples of people that are actually out there gatekeeping. I can think of like black men that are like in prominent positions that if you was friends with them, I'm guessing they could help you out.
Yeah, but do you know it's weird because I'm never thinking of that as gate. I feel like you're just putting people on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was
But
trying
then I
to
wonder
ask.
if in the white culture that would class as gatekeeping.
Okay, cool. Let's use Austin, for example, right?
Austin.
Okay.
So Austin works.
He's someone I was thinking about actually.
Yeah, he works for Apple, right?
No,
He's
he left Spotify.
He left
went
Spotify.
Apple. No, he's at Atlantic now, innit?
I think it's Atlanta now.
Yeah.
So if a black person is working in a corporate environment and he is the go-to for whatever division he's in, he's the decision maker, right? And in his decision making, he's making a conscious effort to put on black people or to curate black, content, right? So is he a gatekeeper in that?
Well, when he was at
Aspect,
Spotify, when
yeah.
he was doing all the curations for the playlist and all these kind of things. He was the man when he was at Spotify. For them playlist things, he was the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
He was the at Spotify. He was the
He's
guy.
the man to see.
Yeah, he was the man to see.
No, I heard that.
Like 30's the man to see.
Yeah.
You get me? So I guess.
That was good.
Guess so. Yeah.
It's weird. I'm still not, but I don't know. Maybe that's because I don't feel like Black people are in that power position yet to be able to gatekeep.
Because
even that, I'm still not seen as gatekeeping.
No, why? Because he has a boss. He's not.
Yeah,
he's
like
not
you're
at
still
the top.
answering to somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing it as he's just like you're putting other people on and you're making sure that opportunities and stuff stay within your community. But I think gatekeeping, I don't know why it's just not.
I get, you know what it is, because there aren't any, like, when you look at the top big corporations,
Yeah,
they're not Black owned.
yeah,
Like, for example, in America, BET
yeah.
is Black owned.
No,
No, it's not. No, it's not.
it
No,
used
it's
to
not.
be.
Oh, it used to be. Okay,
Used
sorry.
to be, yeah.
I stand corrected. Oh, so when did this happen?
Some time ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
Is it?
But the
Yeah.
people were like, yeah, that's how people are not really checking for them anymore.
Oh, okay. I was still under the assumption they were Black owned.
Nah.
I'm wrong. All right, cool. So that helps my point. then. So there are no, institutions
There, that's
that are
like,
Black owned.
because I feel like gatekeeping is like,
Well, there are, but you know what I mean.
but say for example, so when the new Black becomes what it's going to be,
Yeah.
it's like you can't. For me, gatekeeping will be like you can't really put out Black content or whatever without kind of the approval or the backing of TMB. Is that gatekeeping?
The thing is, it's hard to police. You can't police really what people are going to put out.
Yeah.
It's a techie one. Like,
It's if you build it up till it gets to so credible to where the voice of the people, if what we say goes,
Mhm.
then when you pick and choose what you want to co-sign and what you don't want to co-sign, then that does become gatekeeping,
Gatekeeping, okay.
especially if you're aware of it and if
Yeah.
you start using your power to say, I'm going to put this one on,
Okay.
I'm going to put this one on. You get me? Then it will.
Actually, yeah.
Then it does
Yeah.
become gatekeeping.
yeah, and if people look at you as a credible source and platform,
yeah.
and if they don't co-sign me or they don't fuck with me, it means I'm not really, you know what I mean? I'm not doing this thing properly or whatever. That might, you know what I mean, play into it as well.
I've got an hypothetical for you guys. So if you were to be invited to a secret think tank where the agenda of the meeting was to select adequate gatekeepers for the Black British Renaissance that we are living and experiencing today, and was asked as a group to compile a list of 10 names and or titles of individuals who will make up a cabal of leaders to gatekeep our culture and its exports, who would that list consist of? All hypothetical, of course. If you can't name names, then list character types. And you know that was Brent.
Yeah, because you've mentioned a few names already in pivotal places in the
Spaces,
music
yeah.
industry. Yeah. So if it is you were to, like the world's ending and you had to basically get 10 people to now say, all right, cool, we're now going to govern this thing of ours. Who were the 10 you're choosing? You could throw your name into the mix because I know you like doing that kind of stuff.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh
You know
yeah,
it was you.
my name was 100% going to be in the
You know,
10.
like,
I actually going to pick 10 people, not put me in there. There was
if you said top 2, you would have been number
it was
1.
a non-starter.
But the difficult thing is I want you to place the reason as to why it is you're placing that particular
Reason
person
there.
there.
I don't.
Are we going to break down the
You
different...
can go around the room. It doesn't have to be just 1, 10, 1, 10, 1, 10.
Yeah.
Collectively.
I don't.
Throw names
I
out
don't
there.
know if I could. I don't know if I have a 10, but if it's just like you're saying, so UK black scene hypothetical, we have to think and just pick 10 names from all different industries as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, different industries.
Yep.
So like you could, I don't know,
Just to
sports,
gatekeep our culture.
fashion.
Yes.
I think I'd have Idris Elba on there.
Why?
I'd have
Because I think-
Idris.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah, I
for sure.
think
Yeah,
Just for what he
because-
means. Just for what he means to the culture.
Yeah.
For what
and
he
I
means.
think
What he means to black
I
people.
feel like what he does is what he's doing. So I know that with podcasts, he has this thing where he and his wife, I think they listen to podcasts and they kind of essentially kind of spotlight podcasts that they think people should be listening to and stuff like that. So
Got a name.
I would put them on there.
Ian Wright. No.
Why?
Okay. In terms of obviously sports,
It's the nation's uncle.
football. Yeah, Ian Wright is like everyone's
His uncle.
He's like
uncle,
a,
man.
He's
He's
a
an
role
adopted
model.
uncle,
He's a
yeah.
role model. He's
Yeah,
a good black man.
He's so friendly and personable and just
Yeah.
nice and
I like this. This is good. Let's get some youth in there. Gigs. I'll put gigs in there.
Why?
Because just for his whole role
Ooh.
in the UK scene, he's
Do
the
you know what I
landlord.
would
Just
do?
for his contribution
I
to
need
you.
you to stop doing that because all you're saying is, oh, that's what they've done.
Do you know?
And
Okay, do you know who I'll put? I'll put Stormzy in there
Why?
because Stormzy has actively done things to help the Black community. So with the kids he sponsored to go to Cambridge, I thought that was amazing. He's what's it called? The publishing he did with Penguin to enable Black writers and authors and authoresses who may not have got the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think he actively does things to help the Black community. So he would definitely be in there for me.
Posty and Rashid.
Yeah.
Just because from the lens that they've looked at the industry
Some
from
women.
for the past
Yeah.
how long, like just they've got a unique outlook on just on the culture and what would be good moving forward.
Yeah.
They'll need to do it.
I've got a woman.
Alright.
I put Nella Rose in there.
Why?
Because she started a whole trend, right, on YouTube, literally changed what YouTube is like for young people. And she's gone on to do, like, she's just a positive light. She's kind of like our everyone's sister kind of thing. And I think with her as well, she's just making an impact, I think, in the culture. And I think she's someone who would be,
I would have said like Julie Adenuga.
Okay. Julie, yeah. that's true.
Julie.
Yeah,
Shout out Julie,
I
man.
think she'll be a good one. She'll be a
Yeah,
good
Shout
one.
out
Julie's
Julie.
Probably just because the way she speaks is just like such a soothing, calm tone. I
Yeah.
think you just need that in the room just to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, but yeah, she should be good, I think, as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is there. I'm trying to think of
When I think
different
fashion-
industries. Yeah,
When I think fashion, I think Melissa's wardrobe.
Oh,
And yeah, I think Melissa Wardrobe because
she's
like obviously I'm a guy, so I don't really follow what she does.
Yeah.
But I heard that when she says women, this
when she
is
says
it.
jump, yeah.
The women they jump.
I don't know nothing
She-
about this woman. I don't know what she looks like, but I know
No,
her
she-
name. And I know she's
Yeah.
important.
No,
Yeah.
she's definitely very.
She needs
I
to be
heard
there.
she has power.
Melissa's
she has,
had me
she has
buying-
real influence.
She's had me buying perfumes I had never smelled before.
Yeah, I heard that still.
Do you know how wild that is?
Mm.
Like, as in 3 perfumes, like, it's sick. Melissa's influence is amazing. And I think fashion-wise as well, she's just killing it. And she storms the stylist as well.
Yeah, she's actually.
Who else is there?
You mentioned Austin.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you mentioned before?
Yeah,
Austin's a good
within music on the corporate side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
definitely
the main, him and Darkus at Atlantic. Those
Okay,
are the
yeah.
main 2 names I've heard, and Benny Scars as well.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 names I've always heard throughout the years within. And sorry, twin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Both of them?
Which one is the more
B.
prominent one? That's Twin B, right? Yeah.
They call
Um,
Twin A and Twin B.
I don't think the other one really goes by Twin A, but he doesn't really, does he?
Yeah.
Like, so Twin B is I don't know if he calls himself Twin A, but yeah. I would say if you had to pick one of those 4, so Twin B, Austin, Benny Scars, or I don't know if you know who Darkus is. You must know who Darkus is. Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one.
I'll probably say. I think for me it's out of Twin or Austin.
Didn't Austin pioneer the I think I've heard Free Shots talk about it. Them like being signed on Spotify and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I will pick him for that. I think that was iconic in UK culture.
Oh, there was. It was a big deal.
That was quite iconic. That was a
But
moment.
Twin B's done a lot though. Like as an A&R,
He has,
Okay.
as an
he
executive,
has.
like for
Okay.
years.
Austin
yeah.
seems like he's got a ruthless streak in him, though.
Yeah, like Austin, the companies he's worked for, like he does his time and then I'm off.
And then off,
like,
okay.
I like
Spotify,
ruthless.
Apple.
Austin seems like he's got a ruthless streak in him. You kind of
Yeah.
need that
Yeah.
in life. So
Yeah.
maybe Austin. Was that 10? How did we get to? Brent, was you counting?
Nah,
He never wasn't.
I think you've done good so far. I don't think it's 10, though.
Podcast. Okay.
You threw your name in the mix, right, Max?
Pardon?
You threw your name in the mix, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Just, I think,
Sell you to me.
Huh?
Sell you to me.
Just sell yourself.
I just think I'm one of the I'm just one of the tastemakers of the country. I always have been. I've been a trailblazer from music through to content. My opinion is usually quite good. I've got good taste. Everything that I'm a part of.
Sold. I'm joking.
Everything that I'm a part of, for the most part,
It's gold.
is good, successful. Look at my content, look at my track record, look at my CV on YouTube, look at all my shows, listening party, Champions League of everything, No Behaviour. I've got Arts Carlos out now, that's cold. The Day
Filthy.
After, that's dope. Filthy, that's dope.
Yeah.
My track record, like, there's a it's not a
It's
coincidence.
consistent.
It's
Yeah.
not a coincidence that I'm a part of
the
everything that's
Oh,
good.
everything
I'm
great.
One of the common denominators in the
pen game show.
pen game. Come on, man.
Please continues.
There you go.
Please.
Okay. Sold.
Please. I've been in this industry since I've been 17.
That's
You know
crazy.
what I'm trying to say? Like, my knowledge of music to content for everything is unparalleled. Almost.
I hear that.
Any news presenters? Any actors?
Christian and Guru Murphy.
It's like a footballer. Who's that?
Is Christian Murphy black?
He's a man of colour though. He's brown.
Babe,
Yeah, but we're talking about
black.
I don't know what you're doing.
What does that mean?
I don't know what you're doing.
You
Christian
need to get kept.
Murphy, you know.
Because what the hell?
I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to say his name. I think his name's so cold.
That's hilarious.
That name is lit. Christian and Guru Murphy.
He's
That's
the name
cold.
by the
It is cold still. Alright, news presenter. Oh, maybe Charlene White.
Who, sorry?
Charlene White.
Who's that?
She's a news presenter for BBC.
Okay, I'm slacking. I don't know.
I know her sister. That's kind of why I know her. But
Alright,
she's
makes
Because you
sense.
dropped that like.
He's moving like he was
I've been
woke.
watching the news.
Like,
I watched it because of her.
I'm up on the black presenters and that.
no, she's one of the most prominent female black presenters in the
Let me
country.
see.
She is.
Let's see.
Charlene White.
This auntie, she's a legend.
That's what I'm saying. See?
No. You know her. trust
Yeah,
me.
you know her, man. Charlene White.
No, I know Ron K. Phillips. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know Ron K.
How is Ronke doing?
I don't know. My mum went to school with Ron K.
Oh, was
Where
it?
is it?
Okay. Actor-wise, obviously we said Idris.
Ooh.
Would you put anyone young in there? Like a Damson or Daniel, or keep it kind of older?
I thought maybe
What's activist man?
Emman.
Oh,
Boyega.
Oh,
John Boyega.
There you go.
For some reason, I thought you could say Akala.
Oh, Carlos has to be in there for me.
In terms of that,
For me, Akala has to-
remember because
Akala has to be in
Akala,
there.
he covers a specific
Akala has to be
side
in there.
of
No, we
things,
just
innit?
need knowledge. We need
Knowledge.
We need leadership. We need guidance.
Yeah.
Is it just UK, isn't it?
Because he'll probably be the leader eventually.
Yeah.
If Akala's in it, he'll be the leader.
Yeah.
You will submit to Akala? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, you won't. I said, yeah.
I guess so.
Nah, because you know what it is. You know what it is, yeah. I'm a sucker for learning. You get me?
Okay.
And he seems like a very knowledgeable man.
Yeah.
You get me? So I would learn until I'm ready to
Alright,
take
cool.
over.
That's what I was gonna say. Whenever Mark says that he's gonna submit to somebody or listen to somebody,
Yeah.
I know it's part of the plan of plotting of how to take over.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like, yeah, I know what he's doing.
Alright, hold on. Here's
Wait for you to land your point.
I can't help it. My brain can't help it. I need to elevate.
Elevate.
if you had to pick a leader who kind of controls the streets, yeah. So like I don't know, like a Mega Man, or you know what I mean, like someone of that ilk. Who would it be?
Tell him know himself.
And by streets, I don't mean he's doing street activity, but he's like governing that side of things, isn't it? You know what I mean?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Is it because it's not you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it. I just knew it.
I don't want to live like that anymore. But
I think
the best man for the job.
I think
So I don't rate none of these men.
I was,
I don't rate none of these niggas.
that was it.
Yeah.
You know, one day, I want to get into your like rap politics.
I have rap politics. Who's politics with me? Anybody that politics with us, it stems over from the streets. So it's street.
Street politics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but no, it's street. No one just rap
no,
music.
no. That's what I mean. The street
Oh.
politics that spilled over into the rap.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want a list of who Marks don't fuck with.
That's actually a production that he's going to be heading up on the back.
Is it?
Series?
What Marks is show about who I don't fuck with?
No.
I was gonna say when you gatekeeping, you gatekeeping for real.
That don't sound like a productive show.
That's like, I hate this nigga. I hate
Fuck this nigga too.
And here's why I just don't like him.
Yeah. How it actually went down, the 411, everything, but done properly.
Oh, as
All
in
production credits
you're
go to
gonna
him.
tell your story in terms of like
Not just that, but everything. Because at one point in time, you knew quite a few. You kind of knew everything, as in who was doing what.
so you want
I'm
Marks to come and snitch?
Wait, that sounds like it. That sounds like it. But if
know,
everybody
at
involved
one
is getting
point,
some
you do
point of
everything.
credit
Yeah.
off the back of that, then it's a story shared between each party, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm just trying to get you guys paid, to be honest. If you don't want that, that's fine. I'm fine.
You know how I feel about money, baby.
All right.
And that's why he said that. He was gaslighting you. Should have recognized that.
All right,
Okay.
who's our international correspondent? Like someone who can go overseas and deal with and politic for us.
Hmm?
You know what I mean,
I didn't get the question. What do you mean?
like who is
In
going to
this
be
cabal.
our international?
Who's international? but
liaison.
understands England. Rihanna.
No, the person has to be from the UK, man.
Oh, sorry. I thought you
It's
said
part of
international.
our list.
Yeah.
It's part of our list.
No, but they are international. They're like, if we need to, like, who's our UN person? The person needs to go over to the and politic with different countries.
Is this part of the 10?
Yeah.
Mhm.
As in, as someone who already does that now.
No, you don't have to do it, but you think they have the personality or the
Daniel
Oh, sorry.
Kaluuya. How do you say it? Sorry?
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya, yeah, he's gonna be our international person.
Mm.
So if we need to go and buck J or Z or whoever.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got
He's
the
Yeah,
scope. He's
the
got the
person
presence.
who has the links.
The links, yeah, he would be
Yeah,
that.
he's got a big enough scope. He's got the
I
presence.
think him, Idris Elba.
Idris could do it as well.
Idris could do it.
Idris could definitely do it.
Idris is a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Do you think he's like our David Beckham?
Idris,
Idris.
he could. Yeah, I think it could be.
I think he's, yeah, I
Kind
Because
think
the
he's
thing about
getting
Idris,
there.
he covers so many
It's like
bases.
the ambassador, like we send him out to do foreign policy crap.
I think
There's
it
just-
could be.
There's just people in life, yeah, that people just like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
he's
have
one of them.
that. It's like it's like you're saying that David Beckham factor, Will Smith,
That Will Smith factor.
that
yeah,
Will
yeah,
Smith
yeah, I say
factor.
that.
There's people that you just say their names, and for the most part, they're
Good
just
vibes.
liked.
Yeah.
And Idris Elba's just he's just one of them.
I think he is, yeah.
Okay.
He's just one of them. That is, yeah.
Here's another category. Comedy.
England's damn bad, man.
What? Not Mo.
I was thinking
Huh?
Mo.
Oh shit! Sorry, yeah, put Mo in.
I was thinking Mo.
Look at your face.
I'm not gonna use this as a clip, you know. It's okay.
Shut up, you.
Don't be trusted. You can't be trusted. You do it and then be like, oh, Hillary did it.
Yeah, no. Mo's doing the best.
No, I think, yeah, Mo's
Mo's the
definitely
best.
he's doing great.
Yeah, Mo's doing the
You know
best.
what? I like Mo's come up. I like Mo's content
More than his
stand
Comedy. Okay.
You get me? I like his content.
I hear that.
Julie,
Yeah,
we love the blood cut.
the stuff that he done, the stuff that all that. Yeah, even in lockdown, he done a pen game challenge.
You know what? I'm with you now. I preferred Mo's stand up when he was on the come up.
Okay.
Okay. But a lot of people say that about a lot of comedians.
Yeah, I think now it's obviously
always
he's
say
now trying to appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah.
So some of his jokes are more palatable to a white audience or whatever.
Yeah.
But when he was on the come up doing
More
Sunday
culture
shows,
stuff.
yeah, his skits are hilarious.
It's the jokes.
Black UK comics don't do it for me.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to say this, but I don't like. There's decent ones. I don't know one that's like hilarious,
I'm not lying.
like a champion one. Like who's a champion? Like that levels. I don't know. Like my favorite British comics, like the funnier ones, it was white men. To be totally honest,
No,
with you.
white British comics are, can't even speak. White British comics are funny,
Yeah.
but I do like the black comics, man. Like the Babatundes, the A Dots,
A Dot is a legend.
Travis
For events, we're getting A
J,
Dot.
Travis J,
A Dot's a legend.
Mo. Like I fuck with them still. I fuck with them.
I mean, just like everything, it's always comparable. We're always like comparing and looking towards America and stuff like that. And I
Yeah.
feel like with everything now, like there's like we've got parity in bare things like Hollywood. You get me? Like there's actors, there's levels. There's like our music scene now. We're doing our thing. Like artists are big in their own right. You know what I'm trying to say? Like even the way with I even take like the Afrobeat stuff and like the dancehall stuff. I take all of that as you know what I'm trying to say. Like
Do you
I
know
take it.
who would
I take it
add?
all.
For Afrobeat, I'd add Smade. For Afrobeats. Because Smade, don't detach Afro Nation. Smade has done a lot for. I need to message him about the show, honestly, I really do. But Smade has done a lot for the scenes, and he's put a lot of African, like Afrobeat artists on. Like the reason why a lot of them are able to come here and all that kind of stuff is because he's literally been looking out for them from day. I will put him for Afrobeats from the UK.
You know his lounge is down the road, right?
I know, yeah, I drive past every day.
All right, look,
You want to
sorry,
go there? You want me to report from there?
Yo,
Report in live,
let's go
Smade Lounge.
Smade Lounge one day, guys. Just chill.
Just to finish my point,
Yeah.
I was saying there's parity on levels of music, acting. I don't think there's no like black UK comic
Okay,
that's on levels for like any,
I know.
like, say like a I don't know, just like any.
No, you're right. You're right. Like, there's no black UK comic who's on the same level for me anyway as Dave, as Chris, as Bernie, as any of them.
All right.
I think Mo's getting there, you know.
No,
But-
I think
what?
it's
No.
Wait, one
It's
second. In terms of his fame or actual ability as a comedian?
What are you guys talking about? I'm talking about.
I'm talking
I'm talking about ability.
I'm talking ability as a comedian.
Okay, I'm talking about in terms of fame and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
No.
and like more opportunities and like I see him crossing over. That kind of. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
for sure.
All right. Well, I think.
So
Have we
you guys
ever?
have lost it?
No, because this is a thing that I argue about with a few people. So, have we ever had a Def Comedy Jam showcase that's amplified enough for us to see a wide variety of dope comics outside of the people that we see that's happening?
No.
I would say yes, but not amplified enough. Because I see so many flyers of comedy jams, and I look at the flyer, it's just bare comics. I don't know half these
This
comics.
is what I'm saying.
So it happens, but it's not
But
amplified
a
enough.
deaf comedy jam.
No,
What is it?
not on that level. Not on a deaf comedy jam.
Something
no.
something that impacts the culture.
No.
Something that people care
No.
about. Something
No.
that we're gonna see.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Because if it is that you deep it, right? If it is that we did have something like that, and all of the comics in our head, in the scene, if we put them in that stage, it's not gonna look anything like what we know from the States, right? At all. But you have to remember the States is a massive flipping place, right? And if it is you just deep it, the amount of people that we can actually remember from the States that are actually sick, based on its size, it's not enough. It's not enough people that we could actually rattle off. And if we do start rattling off, we're going back.
Back.
Do you understand? So the first thing we need to do is to definitely have a platform like Def Comedy Jam that's amplified to the max, to then have people sending in their clips, etc. Then we'll find out, wait, this guy is wavy from Scunthorpe and we didn't have a clue about him. He actually does it like how a Dave might set something up and then deliver it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's the only time, because we amplify the ones that are in the social media space and the clips that are funny in this and little skits in this and next. You understand?
Yeah.
But this is something that I've been thinking about. Again, TNB.
Yeah.
The new black.
Yeah.
You know someone who could and should, but may not be a gatekeeper because of, other things around him?
That's complicated.
Wiley.
Oh.
In terms of what Wiley's done and who he is to the grime scene and the music scene, he should be a gatekeeper. He is a gatekeeper, to be fair. But because of everything that surrounds him, it's hard to put him there.
You got kept.
I'd co-sign him.
No, I'll co-sign him, but the masses know.
Yeah, but
People
man's
don't
good.
know.
I'm doing the own thing, so I don't care about what anybody else thinks.
True. No, I hear that.
I feel we think this.
I
You
hear
know what
that.
I'm saying? I don't care about no one outside of
But
things.
you know about Wiley as well? He's, can you trust him?
He
I
will,
mean,
Maxie will get you.
One day
him.
Wiley's here, next day he's not here. So that's, you know what I mean? And I know, obviously, you're his friend, so you know what I'm talking about. Right?
I can't even defend him.
There you
That's
go.
so funny.
There you go.
That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
Wiley is a legend. He should be, in terms of grime specifically,
Yeah.
come on, man. He is a gatekeeper. He is.
I think our list was good, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
it was
think
solid.
it is, yeah.
Brent,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think there's enough men there. Definitely.
All right,
Yeah.
we
But
can
no,
add a few
when
women
I
there.
think of women though, because I was thinking of like,
You know who
so
I
like-
add?
who?
Irene.
Oh yeah,
120%.
100%.
yeah.
Do you know
120%.
Irene? Irene.
She's the
Why you look
fulcrum.
to the side as
She's
if
the
you were gonna
fulcrum
get your
of
answer
so
from the
many
side?
things.
It's hard to
we've seen.
describe her, what she does. It's fashion, it's
Yeah.
liaison, it's working with artists, it's
Yeah.
doing events, and it's but
Yeah.
she creates this culture and moments, and
Yeah, she's a crucible of all
Yeah.
things dope. When
but-
it is that
yeah.
even that same Back to Black, she was bloody integral in that particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Irene went to college together. Just a little
Is
tidbit.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was thinking of like someone who's like our Issa Rae. I don't think we'll have one.
Well, yeah, we do.
Who?
Still, my Michaela Cole.
Oh yeah, Michaela.
How could I forget?
And
Yes.
soon Tully. Don't worry.
No, I was gonna say Tolly. No,
Yeah.
because what I was gonna say was I didn't think we had one, but someone who I do think I see on that level, obviously outside of Michaela Cole.
I mean,
She did chewing gum. It's Tolly.
Oh, I love chewing gum. I like
Yeah.
Michaela Cole. She's lit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tolly because Tolly writes like she writes amazing.
She's only just starting.
Yeah, exactly. So I can see her like doing like shows and all that
You know,
kind
like,
of
I'm
stuff.
not aware of what people do, like of who people are and what they do
Yeah.
and stuff like. I don't really like know people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm really in my
I think
own
it's very
world.
I
detached
think
from you
you
well.
Yeah.
you know the
And that's
people
a good
who
thing,
are
to be honest.
in the spotlight as opposed to the people in the background.
Yeah, I guess so, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think when you cross people's paths, then you know who they are. But outside of that, you live in your own bubble. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Mm.
It's too much mess going on out here anyway.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that we've got good women there.
Yeah.
Right,
I
yeah.
think that's a nice solid list.
All right.
All right. Well, from black excellence to black kids moving mad, let's get into the next headline. So, black teenagers from Manchester jailed due to Telegram messages. Will
Stories
apologize.
upsetting.
It's a story. So, guys, stay with me. Let me take you there. Ademola Adedeji 19, and 3 friends from Moston in North Manchester were each sentenced on Friday to 8 years in prison for conspiracy to cause grievous bodily harm. They were jailed for taking part in a private group chat on the Telegram messaging app a few days after the murder of one of their friends. Kids of Colour, a youth justice organisation which organised the march and the mentoring offer, said the case showed evidence of thought policing. It said innocent young people had been criminalised for sending immature messages in the throes of grief, messages which were misinterpreted as proof of violent intent. Most of the 10 young men attended the same school in Moston. They were convicted of plotting violent revenge for the killing of their friend, a 16-year-old aspiring rapper called Alexander John Soyeye, who performed drill music under the name MD. None of those named as targets in the Telegram chat were hurt, though 3 of the defendants went on to violently attack 2 other boys using machetes and a car as a weapon. The defendants denied being in a gang, insisting M40 was a drill music collective in which some of them rapped. The jury was shown YouTube videos featuring some of the teenagers rapping and posturing in Moston with their faces covered. 4 of the defendants had nothing to do with M40 Music Group, beyond having watched 1 or 2 of their videos. These 4 defendants were exceptional students, with one about to complete his 3-year degree in computer science and artificial intelligence degree with first-class honours in 2 years at the time he was arrested. None of the 4 had any weapons, nor took part in any violent acts or scoping missions to locate individuals to be targeted for violence. One of the defendants was in the group chat for only 14 minutes and suggested kidnapping a cousin of their friend's killer. No one was ever kidnapped as part of the conspiracy. He received 8 years. The jury, however, found them guilty of taking part in a conspiracy spanning 3 months, which included at least 2 violent attacks committed by other defendants. The prosecution said their role in the conspiracy was identifying who should be attacked and obtaining information about their whereabouts. Another 4 of the 10 were found guilty of conspiracy to murder and were sentenced to 21 years.
Gee.
Roxy Ligan, the director of Kids of Colour, said the case was the latest in a series of trials which had seen large groups of often black boys imprisoned for who they know. She said, for these 10 boys, it is their knowing each other, whether through school or church, that has been manipulated to draw them closer together and draw broader conclusions about what their knowing each other amounts to. The associations became evidence of guilt.
The story. This is what I was reading when we started.
This is wild.
It's a RICO, right?
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. It's
giving,
almost like joint enterprise, but they're not saying it's joint enterprise because which they ban joint enterprise. He's saying it's not joint enterprise because it's done different things like that. They've been so harsh. I was looking into this. This is but the more you read this story, it's annoying.
I can't believe they got 8 years.
I was even going to put it in done at it, but I didn't know who I was going to give it to.
Hold on, do you guys think these terms are just?
No.
You mean that you think they should get longer?
Nothing that gets shorter.
Oh, okay, thank God.
People got to use their discretion and stuff that's going on. Obviously, like there's laws and there's rules and all right, cool. But like even these judges and that, like they got to use their discretion is what they're saying. One of these boys was in there for 14 minutes and he said he made one comment about kidnapping someone and the person never got kidnapped. Nothing ever happened. It's just a comment. You know what I'm saying? These ain't riffraff either. These men are like honest students and that. Like these men have got some of these men have got serious stuff going on for themselves. You get me? And they're not taking it into consideration and you just want to ruin a man's life. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a lot of these youths, that main one, that Ademola and that, he's in there. Would he get 8 years? There's like 348 messages that they found, and he's sent like 11 of them. You get me?
These sentences are crazy, bro.
The only thing with my man though, he one of the messages that he sent was a postcode for someone's yard.
Okay, so that
but
could
it
have
never,
started
but
violence.
it never got used though or nothing.
Yeah.
But he did
Well,
send
he
the
did that.
postcode.
It was intention there. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like,
This is wild.
Can I ask a question?
go on.
Let's just say this was racially motivated and it was a group of white boys that were looking.
It wouldn't have went down like this.
We're not gonna.
No, I hear that. Let's just say that that's what happened and kidnapping was talked about. Would you see it differently?
Lock them up, throw away the key.
Would I say what differently?
the situation. You said that the years given were excessive, right? Even the guy that came in for 14 minutes.
I think
I
was
wouldn't
still
say it
the
differently.
same.
Even if it was racially motivated and there's white boys, you got to take a lot into consideration. A friend just died. They were 16 at the time. They're young boys. They're talking shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like people saying like under the.
Yeah, I think if
through,
it's the same.
It's through grief. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That I was saying it's under the throes of grief, but they're moving like it's proof of like real violent intent.
Like
These are kids. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like even they're using it as an excuse. Some of the boys in the group here were there when their friend died. It was in a street fight or something. Some of the boys were there. Some of the boys ran away. They
That's
left the youth.
traumatic, man.
They left the youth. He was bleeding out. He got stabbed like 15 times, isn't it? And the prosecution are trying to say that like yous that were felt guilty for leaving him. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, so you're trying
That's
to
why you set up
act
the
out.
group to try and get revenge and violence and rah. But like I said, even it would be harder to look at it. But I have to be honest with myself. I kind of would like,
I can't lie. I would still think this is wild.
I don't know if I would. Sorry.
Now, initially, I get what I probably would have the same sentiment you had, but I'm saying if I'm going to be honest with myself and look at it, if it's the same situation, even if it's racially motivated, if the same thing and nothing happened and they were young boys, it's like,
I just think 8.
So
come on, man. Is there teaching
I'm not-
moments? Is there teaching moments out here anytime?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yesterday you said prevention is better than cure, right?
Yeah, I always say that.
All right. So let's just say they were terrorists in this particular group and they're plotting to now blow something up, right? And they talked about kidnapping. Would you see it differently?
I would see that different because it's terrorism.
It's hard because I've been influenced.
I
Like
know,
terrorism,
this is what I'm saying.
I've been influenced. Or
This is what I'm
terrorism's different. It's gonna have a different. It has a different
It's a,
outlook. It has
it's a whole
different
spider thing
connotations to
again.
it.
Okay.
That's whether it does or it doesn't. It feels like it does to me
Yep.
because of the way terrorism's presented to me.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, I mean, okay. So what are you trying to say then? That it doesn't.
If my flipping child is in that particular group,
Your black or white child.
my black child, as in the person who's now going to get kidnapped, that's
okay,
my
okay.
child. And I hear that these guys are looking to kidnap, and they haven't done it yet because the police caught them before they were even able to basically
Okay.
do that.
No, that's not the case of it. It's not. It wasn't before. It wasn't. It was just something that taught. It didn't. If it was going to happen, it would happen. It wasn't that they stopped them from doing it. It didn't happen. They was talking. It's been over
Yeah,
three. They said it's over 3 years.
I'm away.
But I think that will always be different though. When you put yourself, if you're the one
it's
who's
always
the victim
different
of a
when you're the
situation,
person in the
yeah, it'll be
actual
different.
scenario.
It will always
It's
be different.
I hear that, but again, what I'm just reading what I'm reading, right?
Mm.
So something's happened, and a group has been set up, and plans have started. They're planning something, right?
Mm.
And they've now been arrested off the back of this particular planning conversation.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, when you say prevention is better than cure, is that applied all across the board, or is it just for the?
I don't know, but you
situation?
have to use your like.
Case
They're-
by case.
It could be case by case. They're using conspiracy laws that are different. It's a
No.
different day and age. They're using conspiracy laws from back in the day. This is social media now. This is different. So passing in whim,
100%.
joining in chats and having conversations.
100%.
Obviously, look, I'm not saying you don't have to have consequences for your actions. I'm not saying this
But
at
this is
all.
what you're saying. Do
No.
the action first.
Huh?
Are you saying do the action first, and then we'll catch you in the through of?
No, I'm saying that judge has to use this to go, like, you could, like,
I think
I think it's harsh.
I think this
No,
is
it's-
harsh. I
the
think
thing
they
is-
should have
I'm not saying you
as well.
don't. I'm not saying you don't get. I'm not saying you don't get punished.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not
But
saying
this
don't get
is-
punished.
But
Excessive.
these sentences are obviously you still get punished even for conspiracy, right?
Yeah,
Or being a part of it. But to what degree in it?
this is excessive.
I
Yeah,
think-
they're
I
making an
think-
example
yeah,
right now.
I think
You are making an example, but if someone can come through, yeah, with loads of character witnesses, yeah, especially like this main guy, like loads of character witnesses, like honors in education, he cares for disabled people or something like this, or I can't remember exactly what field it is, but he does stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? This was years ago. He's a pillar of the community now. He's doing stuff. This was years ago when he was a child. The things that he contributed to in that conversation never transpired. Not because no one stopped them or because it's just because it is what it was. It was just hot
talking,
air,
yeah.
gas. It was talking. It never transpired. You know what I'm trying to say? This guy hasn't come and done anything else. So when you've got him in front of you now, yeah, you take these things into consideration when you're sentencing him.
I can't lie.
And obviously, it's different for everybody because everybody's story is different, innit? But you have to take the information that I'm giving you about who this person is and then use that to judge them. That's what I believe.
Is it the same with pedophilia? If you're planning to now do something or kidnap a little girl or a little boy,
No,
nah.
no, it's not.
you will look to sentence him through the key in the sentence, yeah?
Yeah, that was in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, it's different. Again, if you're coming through the guys from me, and it's different because we've had this conversation before. A man could explain to me why he killed someone, and I understand. A man can't explain to me why he raped someone
Yeah.
or why he took a child, and I understand. It's impossible. So it's different. Again,
This is why there are judges who are expected to not be as biased as you are, because of if you were the judge, you might give lenient sentences to people who've murdered than the person who's planning to now kidnap a little child to fiddle with a child.
I need to say this year.
Yeah. That's why I'm not a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is, I feel like this is I definitely do think it's excessive. And I think because they're black, I think that's why it's as excessive as it is, because this is not making any sense.
It's an example they're trying to
people commit worse crimes, and literally, like one of my friends here, her dad was sadly killed in a hit and run. And literally the woman, they found out he literally just left work, like said goodbye to his colleagues. Outside his work is where she killed him.
Yeah. And
she left him. She knew she hit a person. She just left. I literally was reading the article yesterday and it made me so sick. She left him there. Her windscreen was broken.
Yeah.
Was shattered. Her headlamp, one of them was out. She had a dent in her car. She drove home and then sent pictures of her car to like her colleagues or whatever. So now I think I hit a post or something. And then in her phone record, they saw that she was Googling like body found in Dover and stuff like that just to see if, because she knew what she did, right?
Yeah.
And then she called the guy to come and like the recovery people. And she's like, oh, is it written off? Is it written? And the guy was like, it was a bit weird because he was looking at her like, you hit more than but he didn't think of what she might have hit.
Yeah.
And then they found that in the car, it was like, he said the car stank of like cannabis and stuff like that. She claimed she wasn't high, anything like that. Anyways, all of this happened. She deliberately said she didn't do anything and she wasn't high, she wasn't blah, blah. Guess how long she got? She actually killed a person. 4 years. And also at the time, she'd had convictions for, she'd been on a driving ban.
Yeah.
Her license had been suspended or revoked or whatever it was, suspended or whatever for a few years. It was during that ban that she went and drove and unfortunately killed my friend's dad.
Yeah.
And all she got was 4 years.
The thing
and obviously the thing where in 2 years' time she might be out.
Is prison more about punishment or reform?
Punishment. No, you don't get reformed.
Punishment.
You don't get reformed in prison.
All right.
It's punishment.
Prison don't reform people.
So for her to actually do something.
It was that a white woman?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's
you
one of the,
see what you were saying, Brent? Saying like if it was racially motivated and if it was white boys, would it be different? Yeah. I hear that, but it might be different on a sense of we might want the harsher sentences or be cool with what they're getting, yeah. But it would also be different that they wouldn't have got them harsher sentences. You get
so
what
we
I'm
wouldn't
saying?
have had the chance to say
they wouldn't have treated them like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and it's fucked up because obviously I don't follow rules and shit as we know, but rules are rules. There's things in place. So as you're reading the story, as it sounds harsh, as it is horrible, like they have broke laws and done things that are punishable with custodial sentences.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard. It's a tough pill to swallow. Like you're reading it, it's like okay, well, it happened. You know what I'm trying to say? So all right, cool. But then that's when you need to like show some like just you get what I'm trying to say.
So it would have been an injustice if the white boys didn't get the same amount of sentencing, right?
Yeah.
So we are lobbying for the same injustice for the black boys.
No, I'm saying if this is already set in stone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he's going with that.
I heard that.
I'm gonna come back to that. If this is already set in stone, this has happened. All the appeal they do, nothing's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And there's a set of white boys who do exact same crime, and they don't get the same thing. I would want them to get the same as black guys got. However, if we didn't have this example, and then the white guys got what this guy got, I would still think it's excessive because when I see crimes that people have actually done and committed, and there's evidence and all that kind of stuff, and who don't get that. For me, it's wild that this is something that
just spoke about it. A group of white boys in this country have killed people and got away with it before. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So for me,
so that precedent has been set already. Like, it's like maybe it's not exactly the same, but
it shouldn't have happened, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Are we lobbying for that same injustice to be for black people?
It's fair, balance.
All right.
I think they should have got something. But
I think it's pretty obvious. We're a room full of black people, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but I wouldn't think that they should have got something. I don't think that they should have just walked away. I personally even feel like a suspended, if nothing's happened since any of this, there's been no crimes, and obviously anyone who's committed a crime since this, you get sentenced for that crime, right? If it's the thing where you were just found in the group chat just talking nonsense, I think you should have like a suspended sentence. So if you commit maybe for like, I don't know, whatever amount of years, if you commit a crime then we have to, you come back to court basically.
Like conspiracy to murder is not conspiracy to murder, that's only got 21 years. Like conspiracy to harm, all these things, like the conspiracy laws are serious. Yeah, that's a serious thing. It's not a joke thing, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So, okay, cool. You done it. You got caught for it. Give them time and that. I hear that. Like, especially like the good Jews, like the main I'm talking about. Like 8 years. 8 years is a long time. Like, is it to be reformed? Like, he's gonna learn his lesson. He's gonna learn his lesson 10 times over in that space of time. He didn't need that long.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he could have got 2 or 3 years. You could have given him 2-3 years, which might be reasonable for the crime. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's justifiable for the crime. Nobody got hurt.
Yep.
Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm trying to say? That that's what I'm trying to say. I'm moving like it's about the intent. It's saying it's intent of violence. If the intent of violence was so strong, how come it didn't play out? How come they didn't do it? There was hurt. You know what I'm trying to say? There was hurt, and they're young. It's
crazy, man.
I don't know, man.
It's unfair. I think the justice system anyway definitely favors white people. I'm sure we all know that.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's what I was about to say.
It's wild.
So what are you saying, Brent? That they're not harsh. It's just it is what it is.
I think I just want you guys to think critically about this particular thing. I mean, I know we are talking from a place of bias every single time it is that we get an article through. And when I hear things like you saying, oh my goodness, but he didn't really do anything. This nigga's plotting to do something. And because we caught him beforehand, obviously I might assume that's because they've caught him beforehand, it kind of piqued my memory bank of you yesterday saying prevention better than cure.
Yeah, but you framing it like that, like he was plotting murder and they caught him beforehand.
This is how my mind works.
Okay, go on.
And most times it's to basically just interrogate what I've heard.
Okay.
And I want to know if it is that you've thought about all angles before you actually committed to a take.
Okay.
Do you understand? I'm not suggesting that this should be what we should then do. I just want you to know I am aware, I'm in the room with you. I've heard what you said. Have you considered other angles before you've said what you've said?
Yeah.
And if you stay with what you say because you are rebellious, then cool, you stay with what you say. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to race and racism, I'm always gonna be biased, and I'm gonna be unapologetically biased. I don't care.
I think it's difficult for me not to be biased when I know literally a real life story that I literally had to read about yesterday and watch my friend's heartbreak over something that's so like actually got done, and she basically got half the time over people that was chatting.
Oh, this is your friend who hit someone?
Yeah, literally my friend.
Oh, I don't know.
So that's you know, I feel like that's why I'm just like no, I get it, but I don't feel like I think 8 years. I think 2 years would have been
for your friend.
No, for these people. My friend's one. I think she should have been there for years. She should have been in there for years. You can't.
Oh, you're saying that your friend's sentence wasn't long enough?
No, I'm saying no. It's not my friend who did it. It's my friend's dad who died.
No, the person who was driving the car who hit the person.
Yeah, she got 4 years.
And that was your friend?
No, it was her friend's dad who got hit.
Oh, your friend that got hit? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so my friend's dad is the victim of that woman's stupid behaviour.
Yeah.
And the woman only got 4 years.
Okay.
And she's white. She's a white woman. And then in the articles where they're having talking about, people are saying she's a nice woman, blah, blah. Okay, that doesn't do anything.
If
so it's
the
difficult.
person was black, would it change?
No, it wouldn't.
This is it. So the fact that she's white, it means nothing.
No, it means a lot.
Okay.
It means a lot because there's kids on here who were talking on WhatsApp group or Snapchat, wherever they're talking on, they got 8 years.
No, as in you wanting the person to
I would
be
want
in
justice
jail.
either way, but I think I am very aware that the justice system favors white people. So I can't even do a hypothetical, swap a black person in that situation. Of course, in that situation, I wouldn't, either way, I would still want justice anyway for my friend or justice period. But the fact that she's white is what favored her.
And those, facts. But remember, the crime is not justification, but the crime wasn't racially motivated.
Yeah, it wasn't, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Was this racially motivated?
This
guy.
Who? This group of people?
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Nothing to do with
No, nothing to do with race.
Okay.
No, I'm just going off what he's saying. I think he's implying that if it was racially, driven, would it change your mind? I think that's what he's saying.
No, he was saying that if it was a black person who did the crime, would I still want them to have more time?
But
and
you
I
ain't
still would.
answered, irrelevant of anything that's going on. Do you think that their sentences are harsh, or do you think it's just deserved? I'm not saying whether getting this, because they're guilty, they've done it, so it has to. Cool. Do you think their sentences are harsh, Brent?
No, I don't think they're harsh. I do believe that this particular case is going to, especially if it's broadcasted properly, it's going to send shockwaves in this particular world in which it is these things happen all the time. And if they know full well this is how much you get from actually plotting something, you're gonna move differently. And this is what this judge is looking to do: send a message. So I don't think it's harsh, because if it played out more lives would have been lost, right?
Mm.
So this is what I'm weighing up, and it could have been my son, it could have been my nephew, it could have been someone else that I love, and this is why my bias is coming in. I'm placing myself into the mix to answer the question. 100%, it was foolish of them to basically participate in this conversation. Why are you talking about this kind of stuff in a Telegram group chat? You're plotting somebody's removal from the earth. Do you understand? I understand that everybody's going through grief and whatnot, but let's just say it actually played out. Would you then think that the sentencing would be just?
Well, yeah, if it played out,
But
of
this
course.
is what I'm saying. So that's why I said, is it really a prevention is better than cure type thing for you? Or is it only in some circumstances?
They didn't need. They're not. Them doing that is not preventing it. They didn't need to prevent it. They're stopping. They didn't. The police didn't intervene and stop them
And
from carrying out their
That's
plans.
why I asked you, would you prefer they monitor it and then see if it is they go through and before they do it, lock them and then give them a sentencing? Would you be appeased with that particular sentencing if that happened? If they intervened just before they look to do it?
It's not about being appeased by the sentencing. It's about take it, like you're saying, case by case situation. It's about, like I'm saying, so you obviously you can hypothetically if it played out, but it didn't play out, okay? And that obviously that doesn't count for much, yeah. But I'm saying the intent from what they're talking, yeah. You know, well, you don't know, but you have to read the information to understand where that place came from. So it came from a lack of knowledge, it came from pain, it came from naivety, it came from all these things. It wasn't serious threats. It wasn't. Because if they would have played out. You know what I'm trying to say? So
But they were stopped from doing it.
they wasn't stopped from doing it. It didn't happen. They didn't catch them in the act and stop them from planning out these things. It just didn't happen. They found. Remember, some of the stuff did happen. Some boys got attacked. Someone else got a thing. The stuff that they're talking about, what they contributed, and they didn't stop it. It didn't happen. They just spoke about it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Am I making sense?
I don't know. So I may have gotten the wrong side of this. So something happened, and there was a retaliation talked about, right?
Yeah.
I'm a good.
They spoke about all different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the boys in the group, yeah, actually went and done retaliations. Yeah. Attacked a couple of boys with machetes and
Yeah.
rah.
Yeah.
But there's all different things being spoke about. All different type of people. One of them suggested he kidnapped someone's
Yeah.
cousin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Nap my man's cousin. Rah.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. So when I'm saying it didn't happen, the police never intervened and stopped them from doing the kidnapping. Okay?
Yeah.
The kidnapping just never happened.
Yep.
There's bare things that they spoke about. So
Yep.
you're saying that they stopped
Yeah.
them. They didn't stop them. It didn't happen.
Yeah. So they're just being punished because they were involved in
The conversation.
the options of what to do next.
Okay, yeah.
No, that's why I asked you, throw in pedophilia in there. If nothing happened and it was just discussed of what to do with this little girl or this little boy,
Mm.
would you say lock them mother effers up? Right, because of our biases, right?
Yeah.
All right, now I'm not suggesting that what you're saying is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just suggesting that we weigh up madness. One is murder, one is not,
Yeah.
but one weighs heavier than the other.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think I like this at all. I don't like that this particular day, this conversation was had, because I do believe that next week or the week after, something else could be talked about.
Mm.
I think it was a stay of execution. If the police didn't intervene, it was just all right, that happened on a Tuesday. The next month, if they're still part of this crew, this gang, I mean, you are aware of how this underworld works, right?
Mm.
It's not just a one day I'm in and then the next day I am
I'm
a
out.
complete innocent person.
Yeah.
So yes, they may have been arrested and that person they talked about kidnapping didn't get kidnapped. But the next month, it could be somebody else. Do you understand? Now, it could be excessive. I have never been to prison. I don't know how life is in that prison system. I have got a clue. But I think this is wayward behavior. And I think the judge is trying to make an example to curb this wayward behavior. I think he wants it to stop. and he's doing whatever he thinks he can do legally to get it to stop. I think this is going to send shockwaves in this particular world that even talking about this stuff in a place where you think it's private, you could get nabbed for it.
No, you make a good point. I mean, you might be swaying me, man, but I've read the story and you just don't like it
because they're young people.
So I mean,
their lives are going to be ruined off the back of this.
You're making a good point. I hear you, but it's sad, man.
It is.
It's sad.
Very.
Wow. I don't know what
That's
I'm
that
gonna
then,
do.
isn't it?
Yeah, my segment's messed up. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
All right. So let's get into Word on Road. So yesterday I told you guys about Macy Gray's comment on Piers Morgan. As a reminder, she basically appeared on Piers Morgan's Uncensored on Monday, and in talking to him, she said, "I will say this, and everyone's gonna hate me. As a woman, just because you go and change your body parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry." So following this, of course, there's a lot of uproar as you would expect. And she's kind of come out with another statement to say that she said that she has nothing but love for the LGBT plus community. And she says, "I have nothing but love for the LGBT plus community and transgender community and have been a supporter since day one." And also in a series of tweets that, people like with fans and whatever, she said, "There is no bigger admirer for LGBT community than yours truly. It takes real balls to be honest about who you are. Woman is a title that you earn and become, just like man. There are plenty of females who aren't women yet, and every girl gets that." She goes on to also say, "I wasn't defining trans women, just women, because I know what it means to be one. I don't know what it means to be a trans woman, and never said I did, but that goes both ways." I don't know if she made it worse with that.
I don't think she made it worse. I think she's still standing by what she said, but she's just making it a bit more palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said that, see how that plays out really and truly, I guess. Black excellence though, Rihanna is the youngest self-made billionaire.
I thought Kylie Jenner took that title.
No.
No?
No. I think it's self-made.
As opposed to...
Got it handed down to you by your daddy. So basically, Forbes unveiled their 2022 list of America's richest self-made women, and Rihanna is made history because she's 34 and she's the youngest on the entire tally to have a net worth of more than $1 billion. So on there, she's got $1.4 billion, and it's come primarily from Fenty Beauty, and she also has a 30% stake in Savage X Fenty lingerie line, which raised money at $1 billion in February 2021. And she's also Barbados' first billionaire. And in April, she was announced the world's richest female musician. So this is just out here being great.
Do you think ASAP obviously doesn't really care, but obviously the disparity between their wealth is quite vast?
Yeah.
Do you think that plays on his mind at all?
No, he strikes me as like a arrogant person. Actually, don't really care about stuff like that.
You should ask a man that question, huh?
Well, there's men in the room. You guys care to share your thoughts?
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you feel like, or do you think that ASAP Rocky cares about the disparity between him and Rihanna's net worth or their wealth? Because she's obviously a billionaire. I just Googled now. He's about net worth 10 million.
He's got enough money to have whatever he wants. I don't think he's bothered.
Yeah. He doesn't strike me as someone who's bothered. He doesn't seem that way inclined.
Insecure.
To be insecure, yeah.
Well, he's got money.
Yeah, the thing is, he has
Yeah,
enough
but-
money to live.
No, he has
comfortably,
money, but
obviously,
Rihanna has money.
Rihanna has
money.
Yeah, I mean.
So I
Yeah,
think,
but if
and
you're not
there are
doing
some
certain
guys-
things, you're not going to use that kind of money. Like he's like the kind of money that he's not going to need. Like
You mean the type of money she has? You don't necessarily need that much.
yeah, he's not going to need it. Like,
Yeah, but do you know what though? With Rihanna though, Rihanna's a household name. So if someone who is insecure, stuff like that will bother you, regardless of whether you have money or not. Even if he was just like $1 million down from her,
I think
maybe her popularity, whatever it is.
I was going to
people
say
are
that
insecure,
he was.
they
If
do
he, I think they display themselves more. Them kind of insecurities more like his popularity, and like I don't know, like
Yeah.
that will be more than the money because the money goes without saying. It's Rihanna.
Yeah.
Well, then,
You know what I'm trying to say?
then is you're getting hit with two-headed horse. Then it's popularity and it's money.
I'm saying if that kind of stuff was going to bother him, I think
Yeah,
that would be
More
more
popularity
than,
Yeah.
than the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But yeah, among in the list as well was also Kylie Jenner, £600 million. Dollars, sorry. $600 million. Yeah, so maybe she was the youngest millionaire, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember what she got. I stay out of white people's business. I'm joking. LOL. Taylor Swift was also on there, $570 million. Beyonce, $450 million. Serena Williams, $260 million.
It's crazy that Rihanna is way richer than Beyonce.
I know.
Considering, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what they've both
Beyonce
done.
and
And,
Beyonce.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Obviously, I think Rihanna is way more business savvy, I guess.
Yeah, what has Beyonce attached her name to other
Ivy
than
Park.
just music?
Ivy, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ivy Park
Rihanna is
Adidas.
more business savvy than Beyonce.
Yeah, because Rihanna's got Fenty everything. She's got Fenty makeup, Fenty lingerie, Fenty perfume is coming.
Yeah.
And the Fenty makeup was, I think, just the groundbreakingness of that. Good kids are gonna learn about that in history.
Yeah, Beyonce doesn't really seem like a business person.
Nah, she just minds her business and sorts out her things. And then Beyonce, Rihanna's really in the fashion world anyway as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Even Ivy Park is not that
Yeah.
popular, is it?
No.
No.
It looks more. No, same.
Say it.
It looks more like. I think if you're like a beehive, then you might go out and get it. But even then, I don't know if that is affordable for the average beehive. And when you see celebs have it,
Yeah.
it looks like a lot more gifted. There's always more like song and dance
Yeah.
about Beyonce gifting it to people because
Yeah.
people tend to do videos and because it's Beyonce, so everyone gets to be excited. I remember who was it? Was it Lizzo or was it Megan? Someone, I think it might be Megan actually. Basically, it's a thing where you know Beyonce likes you if you get Ivy Park before everyone, before the rest of the world gets
package,
it.
yeah.
So I think that package when we see celebs like unbox it and stuff,
But no one really
it's
fucks
more
with the brand like
exciting.
that.
Yeah, it's more exciting than the actual brand itself. Because I remember the last collection, like it was Sainsbury's uniform.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Also, would you say Beyonce has, outside of music,
Yeah.
does she have an influence?
No.
Yeah, I don't really feel like she does.
I wouldn't say she does.
I don't feel like women follow Beyonce for anything besides music.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say she does.
Yeah.
I think Kim Kardashian has more influence. Well,
In
obviously,
terms of popular culture and
Nah, she ain't got no
trends and
Nah.
Beyonce doesn't really
I feel
seem
like
to have a
Beyonce- she
foot in the
don't-
race.
Yeah, and I don't feel like she sets trends. I feel like she follows trends.
Mm.
Because you get that a lot, even with like, I remember when she do songs like Sam Smith and people that you wouldn't expect it, but again, it's because they're popping where they are.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran, they're popping where they are.
Yeah,
I'm not leech on, but I will work with you because you're popping where you are,
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
I can't think of a trend that Beyonce's ever set.
yeah. Obviously, I'm sure.
Lemonade braids, she did that.
Lemonade braids.
Yeah, you know the Lemonade album,
Yeah,
the one where she's that song. What is this called? And she's holding a bat with the
yeah,
yellow
yeah,
dress.
Yeah,
Those braids,
yeah.
she set the trend for that. Because
Okay.
when I hate those braids with all my life.
Yeah.
Basically, when that video came out, she set that trend. That's the one trend I can think of that Beyonce set. I can't think of any other trend she set. But Rihanna, I would say Rihanna set trends. Remember at the time all the girls were cutting their hair short and they shaved the sides of their heads. as
Beyonce
well.
Beyonce gave birth to the thick revolution, man. Bootylicious, man. She made she changed the beauty standard, the thickness. She literally flipped it on his head, and then everybody's been thick ever since then.
See, I was born.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even co-sign
Can't
that.
relate.
You
No,
think-
she really did.
Nah.
She really did.
I feel like I
Go
hate
back,
to say
I'm
it.
MTV base. You go back and watch how the video girls was, the video vixens. They're all slim, pretty girls, very rare. The artists, the girls, very rare. Beyonce
Nah,
flipped it on his head.
nah.
This
Do you know
video.
what?
They're
Beyonce.
celebrating it.
I
yes.
think Kim.
What, because of Bootylicious song?
Who? Kim.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
No
saw more
way.
ass after
No
Kim came out
way.
with her ass. That's all I'm saying.
Beyonce was not the head trailblazer for the Bootylicious era just because of that song.
Because then
Bootylicious.
Beyonce's had a little oomph added on in
Nah.
recent years.
You are giving her way more credit.
I'm telling you now.
What you
Yeah.
saw.
I'm telling you now what I saw.
Yeah.
Something that I've
Yeah.
lived
Yeah,
through.
mainstream media and to the white people, not to us. No one
No, but
ever
even
looked
the
at
white
Beyonce
people-
like
But
she was
then-
the Bootylicious babes.
We're talking. I mean,
No, but even the white people though.
we're talking about to the mainstream, to the masses.
It's
That's
not
what we're talking
mainstream.
about.
I don't want mainstream, yeah, of course.
I don't
Because
even see
no,
that.
mainstream because even before Beyonce, J-Lo was the spearhead for that movement,
Yeah,
mainstream wise.
but even so, but J-Lo's not really thick though. She was presented as it, and when you look at her
But Beyonce
now,
wasn't
Beyonce was.
either.
Yes, she was.
I would
you're
agree.
right.
I think Beyonce's thick
Do you-
now.
what's your definition
What's
of
your
thick?
thick?
Hmm?
What's thick?
Do
to
you think Beyonce has bum?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I ain't seen her in a while, but she used to be thick though. She used
Thick,
What's
thick like
thick
how?
for you?
Fires, ain't you seen?
No, she ain't skinny, and she's got body, but Beyonce's
She's more
not.
like
I don't look at Beyonce and
slim.
think Beyonce is thick.
She's trimmed up now. Do you forget when Beyonce? You'll forget. I can find you receipts.
I would need that,
I'll find you references. I'll send you some
I
old
would like,
videos.
in the words of Monique, I would like to see that.
I'll send you some old videos and you watch them and you tell me this woman's not fit. I don't.
Yeah, yes, please. Let me know. Let me send them to me
okay.
because I'm not getting it.
Okay.
I think Kim Kardashian has done more for the bum industry than Beyonce did.
Okay.
Oh no, 1,000%.
Yeah.
No one thinks of bum and thinks of Beyonce. It's impossible.
No.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you now. Like in the
Don't.
music industry, where the videos, MTV base, it stays on my TV. It used to actually stay on my TV 24/7.
Mhm.
I understand the images that are being presented to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Beyonce is the spark for the thickness.
Nah.
Okay. So,
Will you send her the receipts? I would like to see that because honestly,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Okay, on to more Black excellence. Issa Rae has a new show. I'm very excited about this. Issa Rae is just the gift that keeps on giving. So she's got a new half hour. You know, she loves a 30-minute show. Half hour comedy series. It's called Rap Shit. So essentially, I think it's going to be following two women trying to make it in rap, essentially. It's called Rap Shit. It's going to be premiering 21st of July. So it's a couple of weeks' time. I'm very excited. It's going to be HBO Max, of course. It's a 2-episode premiere as well, which is sick. It looks really, really good. The trailer's out for it. It looks very exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Would you guys watching that?
I like Issa Rae, so I'll definitely check it out. And if I like
Yeah.
the first 2 episodes, I'll carry on. If not,
Yeah.
I'll leave it there.
She's the executive producer of the show, and she wrote the first episode, and she co-wrote the finale with Sarita Singleton.
Oh, she's not in the show.
No, she's not in the show. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know then, but I'll see.
Really, it looks cool though.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not in the show.
Okay.
But should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I love Issa Rae. I love everything Issa Rae does. She's just amazing. It's an amazing woman. But yeah, that is all from me today.
Nice.
Wellness Wednesday.
Stop talking. I said this. That's all you need to be, and you just be silent.
I think that we do these behind the scene. This is not giving Wellness Wednesday, Brent.
I heard you say Brent. That's what I heard you say.
Mm.
All right. Wellness Wednesdays, guys.
Have you got any
Have you got a nice beat for us?
No.
Okay.
That's so dead.
You're reading it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, no, give me a beat then.
Hang on.
Pull a below.
DJ, is this mic on?
All right, cool, guys. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. All right. This is a quote from Muhammad Ali. You know Muhammad Ali, right? The iconic boxer. All right, let's go. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact. It's an opinion. Impossible is not a decoration. It's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. Muhammad Ali.
This is Marx. This is Marx's mantra. Can you imagine? Impossible is not a fact. It's an opinion. It's not a declaration. It's a dare. This is you, Marx, man.
I've
Do you
heard Mark
reckon?
say impossible a few times.
I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate the sentiment of it. I do, but I'm sensible enough to know that some things are really impossible.
Give us a couple examples.
Hmm?
Give us a couple examples.
Rest of the shit, Sarah.
That would have been perfect for a callback to yesterday's show.
I was thinking the same thing. That's why I looked at you. I thought me and Esther on the same page.
No, I didn't think of that. That's probably why Brent did that.
You got it taking the time.
That's why
which
Brent
is
did
he
that.
penned
You're a
it.
shit, Sarah.
It was a
man.
different time, a different age.
I hope your camera saw me rolling my eyes.
I nearly done it as well, and I thought, there was an alley-oop. He set me up. It was a good one.
I was waiting. I looked at you. I think, okay, cool.
I didn't even catch
Let's
on.
get ready to rumble.
I
you
didn't-
know?
That's it,
Round
in the
two.
jungle.
I said, give me one example. I thought, oh, that's easy.
I know what I can say. I'm not going to say though.
Not today.
Nice.
No, on Wellness
Lovely.
Wednesday. That is such a...
Impossible is nothing. But you know what it is? Obviously, like, it's a mindset to keep striving, to keep going, to keep. I like this mindset because it is how I live. I don't deal with problems. I don't like when people come to me with problems. I don't like when they come to me with problems. I like solutions. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That I like solutions. I think everything can be fixed. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, within reason, everything. If I can't do it by myself, then together we should be able to do this. You know what I'm trying to say? That when something's happened, it's like, okay, yeah, this is all bad. How are we gonna make this work? How are we gonna fix this? You know what I'm trying to say? That, and it's them kind of sentiments that I definitely love and I believe in. It's like impossible. It's nothing. Everything can be sorted out. It will be all right. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially if you got good people around you, good support system and stuff like that. You get me? So yeah, definitely. Impossible is nothing.
Yeah, no, I love that still. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I don't know if I wholeheartedly agree with the.
No, but obviously,
saying,
it's
I'm a realist.
It's within reason.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not literal. It's a mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always within reason. You know what I mean?
For me, it's a day. Oh, is it?
I know it's a day. Everything for you is a day, babes.
Yeah, I like that. Because when people tell
Life is a day for you.
Oh, is it?
I get that when people tell me I can't do something. Like, you're not allowed to do that, or you can't do
Watch
that.
this.
Yeah.
You get me? Literally, that's literally. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You can't go there. You can't. Okay.
Watch this.
Watch this. That's what it is, because everyone's projecting. Because they feel like they can't do it, they're putting that on you.
Yeah, there's also that as well.
You
You've got to break through it.
Yeah.
I literally believe I could do anything I want.
Except.
No. Say your chest.
Say your chest. You can be identified as.
That's possible.
But you can't be, reborn scientifically.
Someone in the comments said I identify as Yusuf.
Yeah, that was cold.
You have to grow a beard first, get some muscle,
Get the muscle.
get some height, and then you can be me for sure.
You know, funny, that is so cheeky,
Very cheeky. Very, very cheeky.
Oh dear. But just a reminder to you guys, we have a segment every single day. If you guys would like to get involved with asking for a friend and sis, what would you do? Send your voice notes in. Send it to 075-6484-1073. Or you can also send it via email, which is tdasubmissions@THENEWBLXCK. Black is spelled with X. Don't forget, if you want to send it via DM, please hashtag asking for a friend or sis, what would you do? So we know what segment it's for. And yeah, it's time to go into Love Island. Okay, Love Island the day after yesterday's episode. What were we like, day 3 now in Casa or something?
Yeah, about that.
It was underwhelming, isn't it?
Very underwhelming.
Bit of a snooze fest.
But don't you think that people are... Actually, no, you guys would know. In all the years you've watched it, yeah?
Bear in mind, I haven't watched it that many times.
That's why I said you guys would know.
I have watched
Mark's okay. That this is the most that the girls have actually been more open to other guys. Would you say this is?
Are they more open in Casa Amor? Who?
Because I feel like India's now open.
Yeah.
Ekin is
You know what it is?
questioning.
The dynamics of it is different because the girls are the one who's left this time. Usually the boys go to Casa Amor.
yeah,
So maybe
that's
it's a
true.
different dynamics. They feel we haven't seen it play out like this before. So they feel different.
But
yeah.
essentially, both houses are Casa Amor.
Yeah, but when you're away, like it's the dynamics of it is different.
it's like a holiday.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like when you're away, like even like them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you know what it is? The girls keep saying it's a girls' holiday, which it is, because they've actually moved.
They've actually left.
The boys keep saying it's a boys' holiday. I'm like, no, it's not. You're in the same resident.
I know,
Like,
but
them
girls
girls-
have come.
Like them girls ain't letting boys. The dynamics of them girls ain't letting boys into their bed. They're away. They're not even in their villa. Do you know what I'm trying to say? These girls are letting boys. These boys are letting girls in their bed and that. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's a bit different. This year, it was weird because I was thinking to myself, people got invested quick, So I was thinking, okay, that means it's a good one because everybody got invested quick. Usually it takes a few weeks for people to get invested.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the case. Maybe it's just because we was deprived and starved because we haven't had it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
Like
trying to say?
2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think that's what it was because as it's playing out, we're watching it, we're all still watching it, but it's like, and it's hard, it's decent, but there's not really strong people in there.
Yeah.
Really, like when you really pre it, like there's not really strong people out there. Like there's not strong personalities. There's not anybody that's overly beautiful like that. It's a bit of a weak pack, innit? It's mid.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's not giving.
It's mid.
It's not
mid,
giving.
innit?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Yeah, I'm not really here for that. Yeah, it's not giving. I need something crazy to happen.
Like nothing monumental has happened yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like I felt like that because they started off Castro More and it started off kind of thing and they had the opportunity to carry it on. Just like the Castro More episode just need to be fire.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, for what they gave us last night, it's like, all right, I don't know whether they're just like off the ball or whether they're just working with scraps.
Yeah.
Whether they just ain't got nothing
I'm
to
not
give
gonna lie
us.
though, Andrew is 1 or 2 days from chopping cocoa just in front of everyone by the pool or something.
Andrew
is
is living.
He's a dog on heat right now. Andrew is living la vida loca, bruv. He is killing me.
Andrew's acting as if, he was a married man with 5 kids, a mortgage couldn't afford to pay, a dead-end job.
Now he's free.
And now he's free from all of that.
He's killing me.
He's acting like he's on a divorce holiday.
Brand new.
Brand new. It's unbelievable. Like, he's dying for it. Like,
He's killing me.
I can't believe it. But okay, so yesterday as well, we saw Jack say that now that he's open to knowing the other girls. If he lips a girl, blah, blah, he's open to the consequences. And on the other end, we see Paige essentially end things
with
Billy.
Yeah.
And she said to Billy, this is more of a friend thing. But it was so funny because Billy was like, yeah, I was going to tell the same thing.
He's lying.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
Jem was like, I hate when man try to do that.
Yeah.
It's the worst. But and then we also saw, I think the biggest thing, to be honest, with that episode was Paige. So Samuel telling Paige some hard truths.
Yeah.
Samuel's not making it back to the house. I hope he's away.
Can I just
Of course
say,
he is.
I really don't like the way Samuel's face is constructed.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna co-sign it.
Do you know what? I'm gonna co-sign it too. Because you know what it was?
I'm gonna co-sign it.
The picture on his, I keep saying this, the picture, he's a catfish. His Instagram is not what it is in
He's
real
using
life.
Facetune and that, or whatever it's called.
Definitely, he's doing facial,
Yeah.
and I thought maybe he had fillers and it dissolved before he got to get into Villa. Because I don't understand it. He's too chiseled on his Instagram, and then when he's when he's on his thingy,
Do you
there's
think
like
he overdone
no
it?
dimensions.
When he was saying I've seen him disrespect you, and what's Jack done to disrespect Paige?
A lot. He told her to fuck off. He called her pathetic.
Well, that's not. I mean, I thought the disrespect. I thought he meant like
Oh.
behind her back. If she's done it in her face and she's accepted it, if like it's not like she's
Yeah, but that's
mo-
still disrespect though.
no, but he's moving like he's done stuff she don't know about. Like
Oh,
they
no, I think he was like in the way he treats you, like in the way he talks to you, kind of thing. Yeah, so it's not so much what he's done behind the back, because behind the back is good. Well, except I'm always lips and other girls, but he's been consistent with that. But he's been consistent in the way he treats her, where like if he's angry with her, he makes it known to everybody that he's angry with her. And he'll let her know as well. But she has been disrespected. But what got me is how she was really upset, and I'm just like, so you're telling me you didn't feel disrespected when you were sitting on this man and he told you to fuck off and called you pathetic and all these things, you didn't feel disrespected. Like you thought that was okay.
One. It was like fuck off. Like you talking.
Nah, I was disrespectful. Don't.
I mean, the language is. I thought it's not a big deal, is it?
No, it's because they were talking about something that he did, and he was deflecting by telling her. He was basically dismissive of what she was saying.
Yeah, but you're allowed to do that.
No, you're not.
If she lets you get away with it, you're in your rights to be able to do that. That's the dynamics of relationships. And when you're thinking that, you're allowed to do that. If someone allows you to get away with it, like that's not like something heinous.
No, but just because someone allows you to get away with it doesn't make it any less disrespectful. It's still disrespect. It's just the person's allowed it.
Okay, see, I'm confused because when what's his name? Not
Jack.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel, yeah.
When he's going in and he's saying all this stuff about Jack, I'm saying those must have been in the episodes that I didn't watch because I don't know what he's talking about.
No, because when he was talking to her like that, everyone was up. Everyone was talking about it. How he was disrespecting her and even when he asked about cheating, listen, ladies, stop telling guys why it is you left previous situations, because all they're doing is seeing how much you can take and how much they can get away with in this new situation. Do you remember he said to her how I knew you've been cheated on? How many times then?
It's the two.
He knows, so he's aware of what she can handle. He has disrespected her, and not just even in that situation. I can't think of other situations now, but he definitely has. It's the way he talks to her and the way he has. Even when he basically sold her as if she was flipping a goat. Talking about, I told him, he can get to know you.
I think that got taken the wrong way. He was showing that he was saying he's comfortable.
Yeah.
Like he's saying he's cool.
He wasn't cool though, because he was then crying like a thief in the night. he was out there crying when everyone else went to bed.
He was after the fact, but I think initially he wasn't saying, "Oh, go away." He was saying, "I'm comfortable where I am. I reckon we've got a great connection, so I don't feel threatened by you."
He's
Okay, he was though.
Yeah, later on maybe he had a.
Not later on. I feel like his ego in that moment made him say,
Oh,
"Oh no,
okay.
yeah, that's fine, that's calm. You can get to know her." But in his mind, he was burning because remember as well that time he said to her, "Let's go to here." Then on her way, I think he said, let's go by the pool or
The
whatever.
pool, and
then she got stopped in a conversation with Jay and someone else. He's just interacting with them. He got angry. Talking about, I said, let's go here. And you're just standing there. So, okay then. Well, stay there then.
Yeah, he was trying to strop that day.
Sorry, but he's mad.
So you're saying Samuel was just preaching? Right. He was kicking the truth.
He was absolutely saying the truth. I don't know whether... Do you know what? I think he was saying the truth. And I think everyone has kind of had some kind of truths in that time. Like, even with Eke, people were like, oh, you've had a hard time. Yeah, he don't trust you. Like, I feel like people they've been truthful. So why do you think that you're gonna be an exception? I think Paige has a level of entitlement that I don't know why.
So she's saying she don't believe it or something? Because I think I tapped out of that bit.
Yeah. So basically, in the moment, she was like, "Oh, like, do you think he disrespected me?" And someone was like, "Yeah, he definitely disrespected you." And then she kind of kept her cool there, but you could tell it was bothering her. And then she then ended up speaking. She was speaking to Gemma, just her and Gemma and Ekin, and she was basically breaking down. And she was like, "Oh, like, it's kind of going my head a bit now." And she was trying to say like she feels like Samuel was saying that because so that she can get to know other people. But the girls were silent because they're thinking, bitch, please listen to this. Because my thing is, well, obviously, that's Gemma's ex. Gemma knows how this guy is. She's I guess she's not saying anything because she doesn't want to seem like a...
Yeah.
So even in that moment, I feel like Gemma was happy that Samuel was the one saying it because if it comes from Gemma, it's a different kind of tone.
Yeah.
So I feel like she was kind of happy. So she was kind of crying, and then Gemma was like, "Oh, don't be upset." She's like, "At the end of the day, yeah, you like him, you put out blah blah. If he's not strong enough to hold it down while you're away, then he's not worth being with." Yeah. From what I don't know why he and Gemma broke up, but remember he mentioned about how whenever he goes out, Gemma's at home questioning him like, who are you with? Why you didn't da da da? So
no, someone made a joke. They said, Gemma's too young to go out with him, innit? That's why she was always complaining.
Okay, but did you guys see the article, of another one of Gemma's ex?
Yeah.
Talking about they should let him be a bombshell in the villa. But everyone's like, well, how many exes is this now?
That's what I'm saying.
And furthermore,
you're only 19.
that guy's
How
27.
many exes can you have at 19?
No, but people were
really?
like, basically, at this point, Michael Owen needs to be investigated by child services.
She's been dating since she's 15 or something. Like, this is crazy.
And older men. Because this one, he's 27 as well. And the sis is 19.
No, this needs to be taken seriously, guys.
No, people are saying Michael Owen needs to be investigated by child services has been knocking on his door.
I think white community...
Ain't Michael Owen's fault.
No, white community is like... white community is all like that kind of stuff, though.
They like it, you said.
They allow that kind of stuff. They'll let their daughters date from like 15 and 16.
They do actually. And boyfriends staying over.
And it could be older men as well.
Yeah, she's been dating for time. She's got 4 ex-boyfriends already.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I just say as well? Okay, it's official. I have the ick.
From
Dammy. I'm done. I'm tapped out. I'm done. The way he's acting is so childish.
Was it the scene when he was jumping on Jax because Jax felt the same way as him? Yeah, I said, Dammy, you're bozo right now.
You are phony. Like, he's embarrassing.
He jumped on him. He was all in his face. Like,
even Jax was like,
excited,
bro,
bro.
like, even Jax was like, you need to calm down.
It's like, because he was like, oh, you're speaking for me, basically.
Yeah.
Like.
No, but just do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, it's in you. Be the Nigerian that
No,
you
it is.
are.
Dammy doesn't want to be the only guy out here doing stuff. He wants everyone to do it with him, so he don't feel as bad.
He's getting ready to do the Jake thing. I see someone
That's
post
what
that.
he's doing.
This man said, you think this is all me, yeah? You think this is all me? They're saying Dammy's lining up. Dammy's lining that one up.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah.
Nah,
Do you know how funny that was?
Dammy's getting on my nerves,
You
bro.
think it's on me, yeah?
I felt sorry for him then, though, man. It weren't all him.
It wasn't. Someone's got to take the fall.
Dammy is lining niggas up.
Nah, Dammy is embarrassing. I think and I really hope India gets to know Deji and they go into the house together. I don't know. Dammy is just embarrassing.
I mean, they're doing it. It's different. They're doing the same thing in different styles.
Yeah, essentially.
No, because she's only just open to it now.
Nah, but she hasn't lipped him off like that. Okay, granted, but I mean, she's doing it and she's acting out of character. She even said it yesterday. She's like, I don't even know why I'm moving like this. If I was at home, I'll be linking both of these men.
Yeah,
I have both of these men in my dance. They wouldn't even know. You get me?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about here?
No, but her out of character is her not doing anything, right? So she's saying, what's out of character is that I'm staying loyal to one guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He was acting out character when he was with India. This is the real him. This is the real Nigerian blood in that man.
Yeah.
And I'm done with him. I'm actually done with him. His excitement is too much. It's embarrassing for me now. I just can't deal with it.
I think I read a tweet that Dammy and Summer done a little something in the bed. I think they use one of their little terms for whatever. You know, they've got the
manicure.
salon and manicure and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I think they done
I wouldn't be
something.
surprised.
Yeah.
Someone said Andrew's going to be eating out cocoa tonight.
Of course he is. He already has.
He's dying for it.
They were saying they was in the bed and it was like they had to hold back. They're saying like it got that was close, like it nearly got out of hand or something. They said
No,
like that.
not sorry. Andrew is going to chop cocoa before he leaves Casa Amor.
Andrew's
I'm
mad.
surprised they ain't chopped already.
Andrew's treating like it's a bachelor.
No,
weekend.
Andrew is actually killing me, bro. It's funny,
Andrew
bro.
is like, he's a different guy. Like he's been.
Andrew
let
was the one who
loose.
had the threesome with the 2 American birds or something. You're not
Was it?
forgetting.
Oh, yeah.
It's Andrew. Andrew's
Yeah.
been cooking Tasha. He's about to. He's probably shopped the most in the yard.
You
We're
know what?
sleeping on Andrew.
Yeah, he
you
and
know?
Tasha's been.
You know why?
been
Because
in.
his demeanor has changed.
Yeah.
Even though he was chopping Tasha, he was still
like
he was
wholesome
still
about it.
moving timid. But now
Yeah,
he's moving
now
boisterous.
he's loose.
You know what I mean? like
loose.
the reins have been let off. He's
He's a different man.
a different man.
You know what it is? He will not be mugged off.
He's
No, he wouldn't. He's like, I'm not gonna.
Even his whole aura is moving kind of saucy. Even the little smirk on
Yeah,
his
because
face
he's
all the
saying
time.
fuck that. He's like, I'm not a mug, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's been mugging me, man. Nah,
Yeah.
man. I'm going for it now, man.
It's mad. It's
Right.
mad.
Andrew's my favorite right now.
You know how I know Andrew's a top killie? Because he didn't even. He did that. David he come and said, "I lips on girl." That inspired him. He said, "What? She's
And it's
lips in?" He said, "1 second, you man." He came back and then got high fives for telling them man what David just told him. Like that's crazy.
The thing is, that whole thing there.
He stole David
That was so
whole
funny.
flow.
No, but that's the whole conversation. Being egged on to move to a girl because of what someone else told you about her. That's a whole conversation.
No, but and he secured the girl.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's
innit?
the thing, yeah.
And he secured the girl. That's wild.
That is a whole thing, bro.
Can you guys take me there?
No, not today.
Not today.
Ah,
That was sick. That was actually sick. Because it happened so fast that I had to question whether it was the same girl. And I clocked it was still Coco.
yeah,
But that's why boys are different. Like, but I hear him like boys are nan because he came and he told him
yeah,
and he was like, right, like, he goes, I think she just wants the thing. If that's you, like you can
yeah.
go grab it if that's what you want.
Yeah, but I didn't think Davide thought he was going to lose Andrew though. Because you know Davide is very arrogant. I didn't think he thought.
I don't think he's interested in Coco one bit.
No, I don't think he wants
You don't
Coco.
think so?
But he
No.
ain't, since he kissed her, he ain't spoken to her again. And
Who is Davide
no,
interested
the
in?
same night,
Molly.
the
Is it
same
Molly?
night he kissed Coco, he was in the bed with Molly, lips and Molly.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
likes
that's
Molly.
true, that's true.
The same night.
Looks wise, he likes Molly, definitely.
That is a.
But I think Molly's more interested in Jax than
Davide.
she is in Davide. Yeah. But because Jax kind of shut her down initially, but now he's open.
now
Now
he's
he's open again. Like,
You're trying to talk to her in the pool now,
yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah. And then because she looked a bit awkward. She was like, oh, like, I didn't think you were.
yeah, exactly.
This was a thing. He said, no, it is. And she's like, I thought you were before. She's like, I didn't say that. I
Yeah.
said, oh, damn.
No, Jax is giving me, he's making me laugh still. He's like, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Oh, dear, you did.
Yeah, Jax don't know what he wants to do. And even between the two blonde things, he needs to make a beeline for one of them. Like, yeah,
Yeah, he hasn't. He's floating.
yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. You know what, Jax? He did the same. He's got the same. First of all, Jax is dead, yeah, because he's got the same line that he did with Paige. And this is how it got Paige in that
What's that?
situation.
What's the line?
Oh, you're going to get me in trouble, you know? You're going to get me in trouble. Whenever a guy says you're going to get in trouble, just know that he just wants to hit. That's it. Because I don't know what trouble you're talking about. He said the same thing to Think. And she didn't know how to react to that because she's thinking, not having conversations. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, you're going to get me in trouble. I can tell.
No, you're right. That
Oh,
trouble is the universal
hey,
term.
it's a universal term.
I'm just trying to hit.
I'm just trying to hit.
Trouble.
And I feel like that's what it is with Jax. I feel like he's going to do that.
We're going to do something that we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
No, but he's
we are
open
gonna
to
do
doing
something
it.
we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
He's open to doing it. He's dying for it. He's happy
No, he
to
is.
be
He
doing
is.
it.
Is this the last night at Casa Amor?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure, you know. No, I think we still, because you know, they show postcards. I think tonight might be the postcards.
I have a feeling that they're gonna push this till Friday. And then,
I think they're gonna-
and
and
then,
then-
and then cliffhanger.
That might be what some people are upset about. Maybe they've seen cold postcards. 'Cause I swear that on the next episode it's upset people, isn't it?
Yes. So
I
basically,
ain't seen the
the preview. So the
preview.
preview, we see. Okay, first let me do it. Tasha is kissing somebody. She's kissing Billy.
yeah, I saw that.
So she and Billy are lipsing now.
Isn't that happening on this episode?
No, this is next episode. We're
Oh.
gonna see the story of that.
No, that happened last night.
No, it didn't. Did it?
Yeah, it happened at the end of the show. Right at the end. It's the
Yeah,
last
because
thing.
they showed that as a preview yesterday.
It was the last thing that happened.
Her kissing.
Is it?
Yeah, he kissed her. It's the
Okay.
last thing.
Oh my bad.
And then the preview was...
Andrew crying. But there was two.
Why is Andrew crying?
was
No,
it-
but Andrew's like crying.
But why? Oh, what?
Postcards, maybe we're thinking.
No, but what do you mean postcard? What's postcard?
So basically, they basically show you. They send postcards, and it's like pictures of what your partner is doing on the other side.
Oh, so they're gonna
So
show Andrew.
yeah.
Was the preview someone kissing that shouldn't have been kissing?
Andrew
It
can't be
was-
crying if he's lips
was,
up Coco.
Someone that shocked us? Someone that we...
Yeah, Jax is kissing Cheyenne. That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jackson's
That's
kissing
the
Cheyenne.
blonde woman.
And then Andrew is the one crying.
Okay.
But Andrew's crying because they showed Tasha kissing.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Oh.
But he's crying like snot bubble
No,
crying.
but that must be why he's crying. Why else is he crying?
Because he's coming down off his high. He's running around being a bad boy. He might be crying because he chopped
Man's got
Coco.
guilt, yeah. That's got personal clarity.
Oh, this guy's in the mud. This guy, Andrew, is in the mud, bro.
Do you know, I'll be honest with you, yeah? I don't think it's like for postcards. I think it's more towards what Mark's...
He shows and he's like, oh my God, what have I done?
What have I done? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I reckon he's on a what have I done? Personal clarity. Now he realizes he actually does like Tasha.
But he feels like he's been taken for a mug this whole time. So now why is he
but
crying?
Andrew's...
He's all over the
Make up
place.
your mind, bro.
Andrew is a mug. I'll say that.
So,
I think he is a mug.
Fairs to him, yeah.
Because anyone that's not a mug would never been treated the way he's been treated. He's been playing the position of mug heavily since he got there in that villa.
Yeah.
Okay, as it stands, just quickly, top boy, top girl so far. Just one. Your personal favourite.
My personal favourite.
Well, like, talk about who's my guy in there.
Yeah, just who's your favourite?
Oh, cool.
Okay, with the girls, still Ekin. Ekin's my favourite. With the guys, that's difficult. I say David, he makes me laugh the most.
Davide for sure, because he's hilarious. And then for the
You
girls, I don't really fuck with the girls, If I'm about to pick one, let me just pick Ekin She's entertaining.
Ekin's genius with it. Who's yours?
Yeah, mine would have been. It would have been Dammy, but
You're moving a bit brazy, innit?
Yeah.
I think if Dammy wasn't acting so embarrassing, he still would have been yours.
there's a part of me that I like Jack as well. I don't know why. I just like he's a little lad. I just think he's cool. You get me? But it is Davide.
Davide's funny.
Davide is hilarious.
Yeah, because he's just hilarious. Isn't
He's just so funny. Celibate. Where's that?
Where's that?
Where is that?
It
And
means you
then
don't have
girls?
sex. Oh no, the one to be happening with me.
That would definitely not happen with me.
Davide's funny.
And then girls. You know what? Yeah,
I feel like I know who you're gonna pick.
she's conducted herself well, and she's a little young bird, man. It might be Gemma.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think. Do you know? I'm warming up to Gemma now. I think
Yeah.
she's conducting herself for someone who's that young.
Yeah, for someone that's
she
so young,
handles
she's
herself in
conducted herself
situations
really well.
Very well.
I agree, but she's just not giving me any entertainment value.
I think she's more.
I mean,
I'm just warming up to her more. 'Cause I really didn't like her, but she's not entertainment value for me. But I like her more than I did when I first started watching it.
yeah. Same.
Paige would have been my number one, but she just killed herself off
She's
the last
embarrassing
2-3 days or whatever.
I wanted her to win at one point. That was embarrassing for me.
Yeah, she just killed herself.
Yeah, I'm not here for it at all.
Who's your favorite new girl? You have to pick one.
Ooh, I kind of like go Coco. I like
You know
she's
what?
out there.
Coco's
You know what?
needy.
Even though I'm calling her Lord Farquhar, she's doing the most. She's giving me the most.
My favorite
entertainment.
new girl is China.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna when it comes to
China's energy is lit. I
Who's
like
China
her.
again?
The one that's on Jay.
I'm not the energy that you're seeing. I'm not
I'm
seeing
not
it.
seeing it.
She's just confident. She's just slammed on him. She just locked him. She just went and just secured him. All these girls want to stay in the yard.
Yeah,
she just
yeah,
went
yeah.
and just patterned him. Like,
Yeah, because actually, yeah. 'Cause
what do you mean?
I think there's I've a snippet or something. I saw something where, no, I think it was yesterday where they said to Jay like, "Dude, what happened?" And they're like, "Oh, just a little peck." And then Lucas said, "Welcome to the villa, China."
Yeah,
You made it. You secured it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like the
Yeah.
move, like it's powerful. She ain't playing no games. I don't even know.
Yeah, she's a
I don't even know what one of them other girls she likes.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like she ain't playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her energy and attitude. She's driven.
Yeah.
She's focused. I respect it.
She reminds me of someone from last year. She was a model. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And she was literally just so cool, so chilled. I think she was going out with what was that little guy? I can't remember
Naz.
him now. Naz. I think she was going out with Naz at one point. But she's literally so cool, so chilled. Didn't do too much. No, she's going out with Luke, I think. I can't remember anyway. But she's got the personality of where it's like I don't have to do too much. Like, and you wouldn't forget me. Because I forgot Samuel was in that
Yeah.
house until that happened.
So the new
But I like
girl might be
Danica
China.
as well. I think
I like
Danica's...
Danika's cool. Danika's actually sexy, She's
No,
decent. I just don't
she's a
understand why
different,
people don't
yeah.
like her. She's decent.
I just think
I like
think
Josh,
maybe-
man. I don't know
Give
why
me
I
one.
like this little
I
light
like
skinned
Josh.
boy.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
cool.
Josh.
He's cool. I like
Huh?
Josh.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
Nah.
He rates himself, man.
Nah.
It's a different
he's cool.
dynamic. There's not no one like him in the house. It'll be good for the villa.
Josh has to go back in now.
Yeah, he has to.
Sure.
There's no one like him in the yard.
But he's
Yeah.
with Danica anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's trying to get in the villa to then have a host of the other girls.
I'd want him to go back and spread his wings.
He's going to. Oh, he absolutely will.
On who though?
Just not even to explore them, but just
I think Gemma.
Just put
I think
some
he likes
feelers.
Gemma.
Just just put
Gemma?
some feelers out.
You know what? Him and Gemma. You know, yeah.
I think he and Gemma. I can see him and Gemma being
Maybe,
together.
yeah. I
Yeah.
can see that. I can see that.
But yeah, apart from that,
I can see that still.
yeah, I think hopefully tonight's more exciting.
Did anything happen towards the end? Because I missed the last, say, 10 minutes. Anything happen
Nah,
towards
just
the
the whole Samuel thing and Paige crying, and
end? Okay.
it wasn't nothing crazy like that. I think then Jack saying he's gonna get to know this person, and then Danica though was telling India and Tasha to spread their wings, basically,
Okay.
not to be closed off to
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah.
I think it was that,
Did
and then
you?
Dami just acting a fool still.
Damn me.
And I need Deji to stop the accent.
The African accent.
Because people are saying, you guys trying to tell me that you don't just burst into random. Yeah, but he's doing it to try and be funny, and you're not funny,
People do it to try to be funny.
and they're not funny.
Okay.
Like, I don't see what's funny about African accents. Like, I feel like that's a conversation we need to have one day. That's a deep. It's giving self-hate to me personally.
Nah, man.
Wait, you think it's giving self-hate?
I think it's a tone of it.
So if I started speaking patois, Jamaican accent,
But you're Jamaican.
he's
Actually, no. It wouldn't be safe, because you know what it is? Because basically, you see how in comedy, men tend to average just like as women. They do the whole black women kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the same with African accents, where you feel like that is a gateway to you automatically being funny.
So
I
that
don't
means,
like
that
it.
means you must not find A-Dot comedian funny at all then.
No, I find A-Dot funny because A-Dot is natural to him, because he actually acts like an uncle.
Yeah.
So for him, it's funny. But another comedian who, there's been like other comedians who do the African accent thing. I don't find it funny
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
no. Let me clarify. If you're not Nigerian, or if you're white,
Yeah.
then please.
No, but
stop.
even some Nigerians though, you can tell they're putting it on.
But if you are Nigerian,
Because
then by
I
all means,
don't believe Deji talks like this on a normal day.
I think it does.
I don't think he does. It's not flowing. Like, if I because I sometimes when I'm talking, I would just say like a Yoruba word, or I would just throw, like, it's natural to me. He looks like he's trying to be a personality.
Okay.
And it's not landing well. And those are people that I have a problem with, where you're trying to use it as to be funny, and you're not funny. I mean, not many men are funny anyway, but
Whoa.
gosh,
Whoa.
really not funny with
Whoa.
that.
that's like a personal.
All right. Not many men are funny anyway. Where's that coming from?
Why would you say
Come
that?
from a real place. Come from a real place of men trying to be funny is pissing me off. I'm joking. I'm not joking, actually. That was real. But no. I would hope he stops that whole thing. And the guy was Jamaican. Stop it. It's embarrassing now. It's actually embarrassing.
That is actually crazy. That is
The girl was
crazy.
Jamaican, stop it.
Oh, you killed yourself.
She's not appreciating your African impression.
It's when he was
She's
like,
Caribbean.
where are you from? He's like, Jamaica. He was like, Jamaica. He was like, I thought you were Nigerian.
Jamaica.
See, the whole time she hasn't been bonding, and she's been looking at you like, okay, when you've been saying these things, it's embarrassing. Just stop it.
No, but a
Gosh.
Caribbean person can still embrace the African culture and that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Depends how you
people,
do
we
it.
do African
What?
accents sometimes.
Depends how you do it.
She looked at me like, don't you dare.
You better not be doing African accent. Depends how you do it. And for what purposes?
you know, I don't think I've heard a Caribbean do an African accent.
Yes.
Well, not you. You talk about yourself.
Yeah, probably at some point, yeah.
I'm trying to think who.
Has Mo done it? Mo's never done it.
I'm just telling you, it's a
No, I'm sure it's happened.
it's a thing.
I haven't heard.
Because it
anyone-
sounds insulting when people do it. Because even when like Africans do it themselves, trying to be funny,
Yeah.
it's like you're taking the piss out of the
You know-
accent.
you know
That's what
it
it
is.
sounds
You know what it
like.
is. I think. No, I'll be honest. I think it's coming from a place of like trauma and stuff
For me,
for everyone. Like, because we were made fun of growing up.
Yeah.
Africans were made fun of. We feel like if someone does an African accent, they're taking the piss.
but they are there.
Not always.
There's no good way to look
Because
at it.
if I do a Jamaican accent, I don't think people look at me like you're taking the piss, because Jamaicans were never really ridiculed or made fun of.
Okay.
Whereas Africans were for years.
Okay, so I get
You
you.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And it depends on what your interaction is, isn't it? Because you're not just going to be randomly doing it. So if you're going to have an
Yeah.
interaction with an African person,
Yeah.
you'd do it, innit? Just like
Yeah.
when we all do it with accents.
Yeah.
We all do it. Even like when you talk to someone that's foreign, you start speaking in broken English, like you can't think
Yeah.
to easy to understand. Oh, boss,
Use your hands in it.
Yeah.
You start
Yeah.
talking like you can't speak.
Yeah.
Give no, this one, boss. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's so true, you know. You just start to fuck up your own English because you think that they don't understand it. It's funny.
he's gonna
Can you
understand
imagine
this
looking
one
at you
better,
like,
innit?
no, I can understand you.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah. So if I come across someone African, depending on what the conversation's
Yeah.
happening,
Yeah.
that's would be the time when I might
Be more expressive.
say something. You know, yeah, express myself. get what I'm trying to say?
That's bloody ridiculous.
Oh,
thing.
mate.
But no, man, then you stop it. Stop it. But yeah, so we'll be here again tomorrow to talk things up, and hopefully some excitingness happens. Let's get to the last headlines for today. Cinemas ban teens from wearing suits.
Okay.
Some cinemas have banned young people wearing suits from screenings of Minions, The Rise of Gru, over loud and unruly behavior fueled by a TikTok trend. Teenagers following the hashtag Gentle Minions trend have been accused of making noise and throwing things during screenings. A staff member at one venue told the news they enforced this rule as they wanted to ensure the experience was not spoiled for younger children on their first cinema trip. Videos showing young people dressing up in suits to watch the movie in large groups and cheering loudly during the screening have gone viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views in some cases. The teenagers filmed themselves copying the characteristic steepled fingers of the movie's supervillain Felonious Gru and celebrated that the 5-year wait is over, which is a reference to the time since the franchise's last installment, Despicable Me 3. Movie studio Universal Pictures endorsed the trend, saying on Twitter, "To everyone showing up to Minions in suits, we see you and we love you." The cinemas are not so happy though.
Listen, you know kids in cinemas, yeah, or teenagers, they can be unruly.
They're so annoying.
Yeah. I went to Malta not too long ago, innit? And I went to see Doctor Strange.
Was it in English?
Yeah, it was in English. And there was kids in there. I won't say kids, I'll say they were like young teenagers.
Yeah.
They're just making up bare noise, causing bare ruckus. I'm thinking, they have no decorum, bruv. And then the ushers had to come and like silence them and shush them. I'm like, but they just kept talking throughout the movie.
That's so annoying.
I'm like, I wanted to just, but obviously I went by myself. I'm a black man, the only black man in the cinema.
Boy.
And I thought they may not make a scene. But
Don't make a
the
scene.
kids were really irritating me. Also, did you know in Malta, they have a break in the movie?
Stop it.
No
To do
way.
what? Toilet break.
Yeah, so I'm watching film now. It just cuts off. I'm like, what's happened? I'm thinking, what, is it like a malfunction? Is it like the error? And I'm thinking, what's going on? Everyone starts getting up. I think, what's going on here? And then the screen comes back on. We are now on a 10-minute interval. Feel free to go and get a popcorn, drink, go to the toilet.
Do you know what? I
I'm
might
like,
like that, you know.
I think there's a space for that.
There is,
I think
but
there's room for that in the
I was
UK.
based about that. Oh, okay, cool. I went to the toilet.
So you
We're doing
embraced
it.
it.
Yeah, I embraced it. I went,
When in Rome, innit?
yeah,
When in
I
Rome.
went to the toilet, came back, and then the film just, boom, it starts again. Literally, just from where it picks off. Just,
Well,
boom.
what they cut at a good part? Did they? I hope they
No,
assessed the
it
footage.
cut
to
off
know.
randomly. It just went boom. It wasn't like a countdown timer. Like we were now ended in 10,
Is it
9.
mid-sentence?
Just boom off. Just went black. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Now they would have to end that. They would have to review the film and know when to cut it off because that's wild.
Yeah,
Imagine you cut it off as someone's about to get killed or something.
I'm assuming they just cut it off literally at the halfway point. I'm assuming.
That's mad.
Yeah.
I think that's quite cool though.
It was cool. It was good. Obviously, if you need to go to the toilet, it's perfect. If you need to real fuel on the food and that, it's
Yeah.
perfect. So
Because sometimes I'm like, I'm in the cinema, but I don't want to miss stuff.
yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
want to miss a good part.
yeah. It was a
It's quite sick.
new experience still.
Do you know when I saw Suits here, I thought of, have you seen that movement here of the black men in America that walk around in suits? They would dress up.
Are you talking about the Nation of Islam?
The what?
That's a joke, man.
1 second.
I was
I
scared.
thought you
said,
meant-
"What?"
He said,
I thought you meant Minion suits.
No, like, because you know the villain in there, he wears suits. Like, he wears a proper suit.
Oh, so they banned man from wearing suits.
Yeah, because he would be acting a fool in there.
But what if
see
that's
off.
my dress code, like?
yeah. Yeah, but the suits is only temporary because they're wearing it for this movie specifically. They ain't gonna roll up in a suit to go and watch another movie. It's because of this. It's like when everyone
And I didn't like that. Black Panther.
Black Panther. That wasn't gonna be a regular occurrence. It was
I'm
just
not-
for this movie.
Did you dress up to go watch Black Panther?
Hell no.
Do you know I didn't? I hated that movement. I'm not here for stuff like that. I think things
No.
like
I embraced it as in from afar. Like,
That's good.
but I didn't take part.
I didn't embrace it.
Why not?
I just didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah, I didn't embrace it at all. I wasn't
I
here
thought
for
it
it
was
at all.
foolishness.
Yeah, but let us have fun, man. I mean,
No,
no?
I think we already had the film. Watch it in your comfortable wear. You ain't got to do all that.
No, I saw full Akbadas.
People had gele, like, do you know, like full on
Yeah, I saw it.
gele up in there,
Yeah.
blocking my view.
Yeah.
Get that thing off your head.
Yeah.
That pissed me
And
off.
the movie wasn't that great. Hot take. It wasn't that great.
I thought you said you wanted them to, you said let us have something and you had something and now you've just said it wasn't.
No, we had it, but the movie wasn't that great.
Black Panther was good, man.
It was
Yeah,
good.
good. Good is not good enough.
The good ain't great. This is good.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Next one. Oldham. Doctor jailed. A doctor who killed a mother of 3 when he... Oh, dear.
This is my done from yesterday.
Okay. Did we read this yesterday? No, we didn't.
No, I
you
put him in Done Here.
Okay, so context. Okay, so yesterday's Out Ere is today's headline. A doctor who killed a mother of 3 when he botched a procedure during a routine appointment has been jailed.
Okay.
Dr. Issa Rae, who now thought to be 85, admitted gross negligence manslaughter over the death of Shahida Parvin, 48, at the Royal Oldham Hospital in 2018. He used the wrong needle and inserted it in the wrong place, piercing the sac holding Mrs. Parvin's heart. Are you kidding me?
Perineum.
Mrs. Justice Yip at Manchester Crown Court said Mrs. Parvin's death was his fault and sentenced him to 3 years.
Oh, we got 3.
She also criticised the NHS Trust, pointing to the fact that Emman had both lied about his age and had been involved in 2 critical incidents similar to that which led to Mrs. Parvin's death. A formal complaint was made to the hospital in 2015 after a patient complained Emman had used excessive force during a bone marrow biopsy. The patient was told that Emman was in his 70s and his colleagues thought he should retire, but they could not dismiss him purely because of his age. She was assured he would be put on light duties in the future. His age had been a matter of dispute for decades. He was even fired in 2004 for lying about it. He has said he was born in 1936, 1941, 1943, and then produced a birth certificate showing he was born in 1947 when he was approaching retirement in 2001. He's an egg.
He's got 3 years, boy. 85.
He's an egg.
Months might die in there.
He is an egg. That's wild. See what I'm saying? 3 years. You done killed a mother and who could have had children and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, and over 3 years.
But for conspiracy, you get 21. It's mad.
Mad. You didn't even do nothing. You just thought about it. All right, well, let's head into Out Ere.
Out Ere, man. Well, I was reading earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was considering putting the headline that we wrote earlier
Mhm.
in Out Ere, and then I couldn't decide who I wanted to give it to, whether it was the kids for taking part in such foolishness in the group, or if it was the judge for being so heavy-handed with the sentences.
Mhm.
But after our conversation, and Brent's made me reevaluate my thinking on this, I'm not sure how I feel or what I'm gonna do. So I can't do it.
That's where you're going with it.
Hmm?
That's where you're going.
No, I'm just gonna tell you that's what I'm gonna do. I have my Out Ere. I need to feel
You
it.
need to feel it in
I
your
need,
spirit.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I need to feel it. But Brent messed me up. But it was a good thing. It's food for thought. I've got a lot to consider there. You know what I'm trying to say? The other candidate left for Out Ere is the BBC. We spoke about the BBC. We spoke about this headline. Well, it would have been yesterday.
Yeah.
We didn't overly touch on it, but it's about them just lying.
Yeah.
Lying again. You get me? Enabling. It's the same shit with the Savile thing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when the documentary came out, and this is weird, it's a documentary that they produced and then they released.
Boy.
You know what I'm trying to say? They produced it, released it, and then lied afterwards, saying that, oh, we've never received any complaints
It's mad.
about Westwood and that. Even just the mindset of that is crazy. So you make something, you do an investigation, you make something, you put it out on your platform, knowing that it's going to receive backlash, and then you lie about whether you've received complaints about it. I just think
Make it make sense.
yeah, I just think you have to be crazy to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just think you have to be crazy to do that. So the BBC, you are crazy. And then it turns like, no, facts. And then it turns out they've had 6 complaints. They've had 6 complaints.
Wow.
I think one of them, even Westwood had to go and speak to the police about. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is for a period spanning from 1994 to flipping whenever it was they sat. Like, this is a reign of terror. You know what I'm trying to say? That was enough long. They had bare complaints about him and they just dismissed it because he was their star boy, because he was the big man.
Mm.
They just dismissed it and overlooked it. But like I'm saying, you're moving like you're trying to do right. Because
Yeah.
like I said, you've done the investigation.
Mhm.
You put it out there. You're basically, essentially like whistleblowers or whatever it may be.
Mm.
But then you're lying. Right?
That's wild.
but then you lie, but then you confess. Nah, then. Like, you're just trying to confuse people.
Yep.
We don't understand. And I don't understand what kind of establishment or what kind of corporation you're trying to be. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't get it. But you just keep lying, and it makes you think, yeah, what else are they covering up over there? You know what I'm trying to say? Because you got form. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we've seen it with the Tories. No, seriously. Like, we've seen it with the Tories. So I just want to know what else the BBC are covering up over there. You can't be trusted. You are allowing your employees to abuse power while still giving them a platform and paying them every day. It's not right. You don't need to be better. You get what I'm trying to say? You are a national institution. We don't pay you, really. Don't we pay?
Yeah, taxes.
There you go. TV license to these things. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's coming out of our pocket, man. You don't owe us to be better. You just gotta be better, man. So BBC, you done it here. Sorry, man.
That's it.
Done it. Was that?
Team Westwood.
What, you think it would do time?
Yeah.
I don't know. How is there a court case going on?
Yeah.
Is there criminal proceedings going on?
I'm not sure, you know. I'm going to look into it.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it and
That'd
see.
be interesting.
Just ask that question again because the music was playing while you asked it. You wouldn't
said-
know, but
Sorry?
never mind.
She said, "Do you?"
You said I would know
think-
if I had headphones on. I don't need to know if I've...
No, you asked the question, but the music was playing whilst you asked the question.
So you didn't hear.
I said, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. It's not coming from a great place. As Spacey said, do you think that Tim Westwood could be facing jail? But I'm going to look into whether it's actually a criminal case going on or whether it's just a documentary for vibes. Because I would think if something like this comes out, I would think the police would be like, okay, here's something we can solve. Get
surviving
your Sherlock home.
the big dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually if he's been arrested for anything, if there's a criminal case going on. I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
But-
because I don't know actually if you get... No, that would be assault though, wouldn't it? 'Cause I was going to say if you grope somebody, because some of the cases about groping, that is kind of assault because you grabbed me in a way. To touch me unprovoked.
Justin Westwood strongly denies. Yeah, Westwood's not responding to any
Interesting
requests
to
or
see.
comment of the story. I don't think he's got a case. He's not got a case. He's not
That's
got a criminal
mad.
case.
Back to Yusuf's belief that there was a place called Harrow. That's one of the
The schools, elite
private
schools.
schools. Yeah. So there's Eton.
Yeah.
Second here is Harrow.
Okay.
Then it's Westminster School. Then it's Winchester School. Then it's the City of London School. Ampleforth Abbey and College. Charterhouse School.
Yeah, you're definitely not making PM.
Yeah, not if you're going Charterhouse, you're not making PM. You gone down too low.
Yeah, like, it's not the number two.
Yeah, I think it's stopped at 2.
Number
Them man
two
there
is
can't
like
be. You can't be prime
70
minister.
PM. You
From
would
them
not.
man there, trust me.
What? Ain't no way. Number 6. The ghetto.
I might as well be like public school.
Well,
innit?
so exactly. They probably look at it like that, you know. Public school. You went to that school, oh dear.
Yeah, they look at him like he's from the streets.
From the streets. Look at you like when Harris Academy. It's crazy. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show. Thank you guys for You already did that.
Was that a?
Testing
Testing what?
to see if you were awake
Test my patience.
or asleep.
Test my patience. Because you're getting it. So thanking you guys for an amazing show as always. Thanking you guys for tuning in as you always do. I would just say if you could subscribe and share and all that great stuff, that would be amazing. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Like and share our videos. We can be found on The Day After TNB on Instagram and Twitter. If you would like to send voice notes in and text messages for any of our segments, whether it's asking for a friend or sis, what would you do? You can send that into 075 6484 1073. And as we told you guys, we've got a new community coming that we're going to be moving to very soon. One of the perks is that invitation we told you at the start of the show. You get to attend an event, a new Black event that's coming up. So, so we'll let you guys know more about that. But stay tuned, keep following us, keep supporting us, and you will know all the details when needed. Also, if you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, email our team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com, and black is spelled with an X. Have a great Wednesday.
Peace.